Excuse me, you owe me 5 cents.
Nuts.
Hey,
The checks in the
everybody.
mail.
I didn't even know the video was rolling. I'm not ready to say nuts yet.
I said it.
We're Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. We are playing through Planescape's Turn of Fortune's Wheel with Deck of Many Things content thrown in on top of into where we are now in the campaign, Vecna Eve of Ruin, as we play through. And just wanted to take a quick shout out to Brandy, who's got a book signing tomorrow. Super excited about that. For one of her books, for Hyde, the one that's behind her, yes.
Not under my name.
Quick shout out there. So anyway, where we left off last, the heroes had been tracking down 4 dignitaries from the town of Neverwinter who had been kidnapped by a cult. Happens to be a cult of Vecna that they found out. The cult had taken them down into some catacombs in the Neverwinter's graveyard. And they stopped a powerful ritual where these acolytes of Vecna were attempting to extract the secrets of one of these dignitaries and send it along to their boss, as it were. And the moment that the group decimated is the best word for it, the cult leader who is leading the ritual, a giant flash of energy happened, and the heroes and this particular dignitary were shunted into the Shadowfell. After arriving here in the Shadowfell, realizing they had no immediate way back, thanks to a soul trying to see if it was a standard portal, they did find out that these particular portals had been popping open between the Shadowfell and the material plane in the city of Neverwinter for some time. They made their way to a marketplace where they met a lovely elderly vampire woman who sold them some information on where they might find one of these portals that had a more permanent nature, a rift between the Shadowfell and the material plane for them to get back into the city of Neverwinter. It happens to be somewhere in a mausoleum in the graveyard on this side in the Shadowfell for the Dolendar family, which is a family of nobles that were exiled here to the Shadowfell and then cursed never to be able to leave this plane of existence. The entire family had been wiped out. They did a little history on checking on that, and they have found their way outside of the actual mausoleum, seeing the sign on the door which says their name, Dolendar, in big bold letters, as well as the phrase "No world to return" underneath it. As they approach this actual the stone doorway is across a kind of a fenced-in little foyer yard that's overgrown with weeds. It's very typical unkempt graveyard. Probably no one has visited this in a very long time. However, stepping out of the shadows are several figures.
Trend-shaped figures?
2 on either side of the mausoleum itself. And they are eyeing you all hungrily as they flash their fangs. You can tell these happen to be vampire spawns. Let's roll some initiative.
Food shaped.
That's a 17 for a soul.
26 for Kalen.
9 for Bora.
Oh, wow. My luck. 19.
121.
I never roll that well.
10 for
For
Quinn.
me.
Question: is my holy weapon still going up? Because that lasted for an hour.
No, because of your time with the investigation.
I figured.
Please remove from me.
You asked so much of me. There you go.
Also, I'd like to do an actually moment. You didn't decimate the cult leader because that would mean you reduced him by 1/10.
You don't know what we did.
All right.
maybe
You know,
maybe you did
There's
reduce
like
him by
9
a 10th.
Yeah,
But
You don't
there's
know.
9/10 of him left.
Honestly-
all right, just don't ask which part.
decimation really doesn't sound that bad when you learn it's only 1/10.
yeah, Deci means 10.
What a bunch of fucking nerds.
Yeah,
Hi,
I'm not
super nerd.
agreed.
It's good to be back.
And it's your turn.
Great.
Oh, imagine
Wait,
that.
wait. Kaylin goes first again? Really?
Kaylin goes first.
Oh, wait.
Weird.
Decimate means to kill, destroy, remove a large percentage of.
It means 1/10.
I think, yeah, just
I'm sorry, the author in me had to do it.
Excuse me, are you the Dolendars? We're here to find the portal back to the prime material plane because this place is icky and I really don't like it. Thanks! And I will ready an action. If one decides to approach me or one of my compatriots as though we are a Capri Sun, they will be getting a dagger to the forehead.
All right. Well, one of them says, "No, that is not who we are. We are here to dine." And it starts moving towards you for sure.
You're a juice box.
So it takes its move action to there. Are you going to? Does that trigger you?
I mean, yeah,
You're very triggered. Scott.
I'm very triggered at the moment.
as Soul is having flashbacks.
Uh-huh.
To the forehead. 28 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Okay. So I need to hit this button and do that. 13 points of damage, 2 of which is psychic.
Okay. It seems to all have effect as he winces as he's moving forward towards you. He continues moving with his bonus action, dash.
Seems
Ugh,
like cheating, but whatever.
not rogues. They're cursing.
Bonus action dash.
Comes
That
behind
sucks.
comes behind you and attempts to attack you, first with his claw.
Didn't say they were cheaters.
Does a 15 hit.
It does not.
Now with his other claw. Does a 17 hit.
It does not.
And then with his bite. Oh no, he can't bite you unless he claws you. Right.
Haha, victory.
No blood has been drawn.
Nope. Popping up over the wall behind you.
Uh-oh.
Oh, man.
That seems rude.
Stinky!
I'm starting to think that lady might have lied to us.
Hopping down and coming after Quinn.
It seems very rude.
Do you see how big he is? He's got no blood in his body.
First claw. Does
Nope.
a 10 hit.
No, thank
my
you.
God.
Second claw. Natural
Ooh.
1.
No, thank you.
Hopping over the wall again.
Oh my
There's
god.
a lot of these guys.
Oh no.
Move and dash to there. Devora. Claw attack. 18.
Yeah.
It slashes into you, and you feel the finger rake across your skin. However, some of your bonus defenses absorb some of that. However, it does have you grappled. Second claw attack misses, but since it has you grappled, it attempts to bite you, forcing a Constitution saving throw, which you fail with a 7.
Hold on. I can't do math. Never mind. She's fucked.
Okay. You take 5 points of piercing and 14 points of necrotic, which also decreases your maximum hit points by that amount.
Hold on. Let's see.
So you'll want to, somewhere on your notes tab, mark down what your current maximum is for later if you survive this.
I think everybody
we
just
survive.
wants me to go home. I think that's what it is.
No, I'm just saying that's how reducing maximum hit points works.
I get that. I wasn't even talking about that.
She's talking about the guy who just came up and tried to kill her.
Got it.
No, it is Gil's
That
turn.
is very rude.
Gil is going to spin and flourish his staff and slam it into the floor, and a 5-foot ring will form around him, and little globules of light will start lifting off of it. And I am going to hold my action for casting a 5th level spell for when 5 or more vampires spawn. Let's not risk it, actually. For when any extra vampire spawn get within 30 feet of me. Because does it have to be a specific trigger, like hyper-specific, or
It has to be definable.
when more vampire spawn get within 30 feet of me? Hopefully 5, I'll take 4.
Okay.
When vampire spawn named Tweedle
Right.
gets within 29.4 feet of me.
So I will start casting
You know
that
Tweedle?
spell. And that's all I can do, so.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Don't bite my pot, bro.
No, he wouldn't go for that. He'd go for the
No,
human.
no. He ain't going for a non-living thing.
Correct. First
And he's not
claw
going for
attack-
the one that squelches when she's bitten.
first claw attack on Calistric.
My blood is tainted.
Calistric does a 15 hit.
No, sir, it does not.
Second claw
Oh, it was almost
is
a
a
20.
14 misses.
That it does.
2 swipes on you and it hisses at you. Number 5. Let's see. 5.
Oh, where'd that vampire go?
The vampire in front of Calistric just disappeared.
What? Oh.
It's just vanished.
That was crazy. I
And
know
for
they're
my
super
next magic
fast.
trick,
Where'd it go?
Away! But
This
you
is
didn't
the
do
skin of a
anything.
killer, Bella.
Why isn't it there?
He used his technique of vampire invisibility.
I used my technique of
There he
banished vampire.
Better hold on, Spider
He felt
Monkey.
so bad about missing twice, he just went home.
Yeah. embarrassed.
20, 25,
So before
30.
that vampire can walk any closer within 30 feet of Gil, my held action goes off.
So that would be 30 feet. So go ahead.
And I'm going to cast Steel Wind Strike on every vampire currently in range.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe those are
Counterspell.
individual attacks, right?
Yes, they are. Why can I only... Where are my level 5 spells? Where did they go?
Do you have
Do you
a
have
level 5 spell slot?
Well, yes, I do. We're level 10. I have 2 of them.
No,
Oh,
you
did you-
left.
Am I lagging?
No, it's Discord. Test.
Oh, I clicked on the slot so it made it go away. I
Yeah,
did it
yeah,
prematurely. My bad. Okay. That's what was
Discord's
confusing me.
fucked up for me.
We're losing it!
Yeah, Discord's being choppy as hell.
So,
Get it together, Discord, not friend of the stream.
use power.
My god, it's really bad.
Say 22, 17, 27, 25, and 12. And do I just hit the damage button now?
I assume so.
Okay. Does it auto untarget the one I missed just before I roll damage?
It
Yes,
should have.
it
yes.
will.
Okay. Then let's roll some millions of dice. That's 43 damage to every vampire spawn.
Ooh.
All of you
Dang.
hear this ticking timer like an oven goes ding, and then there's this bass boosted sound as Gil just pops up in 5 different places, and then is standing directly in front of the last vampire spawn 5, near Vora.
I would like you to know that I looked at that spell a lot last week and said, wow, that's really cool. I won't use
appreciate
it.
that. That is one of my big hold on to nukes for situations exactly like this.
And given that that's where you ended, it was in the middle of his turn, so he is going to take his attacks on you.
I did that intentionally so that Vora didn't get dogged on more.
Thank you.
Natural 1 with the first claw.
Yeah.
It swipes way wide. However,
Ooh.
a 24?
But what if he re-rolled again?
Are you making
As
him do that?
distort time and space.
Is that what you're doing?
Yes, I am. Watch him get like a 20. Hey!
This is you with a 12. That was well used. Lorelei.
The big circle.
I'm really sad that I don't have a 3rd level spell right now.
Measuring.
Anyways,
Don't mind the big red circle.
Lorelei is going to grab Radish. Well, Radish is on her hip right now and just back up. And then she'll set Radish down on the ground. And then have him go 5, 10 to there.
Does he have your initiative?
Yeah, he goes on the same initiative as me. He just uses my bonus action. And I will have him bonus action. I'm actually going to have him step to there. He'll have enough space or enough movement to do that. And have him use protect. I don't know why, but Radish has no vision. He can't see anything.
Interesting.
Probably because there's no light, and he probably
Oh.
isn't coded to have dark vision.
Okay, that's fine. He can at least see the tokens, so I can get what I need.
Okay.
Where's Radish's sheet? That. Oh, what a shit roll. Okay, everyone gets 7 points of temps.
Nice.
Yay.
And then Lorelei will cast a spell, maybe? She's just gonna use Firebolt on Vampire Spawn. So she'll take her her staff out and she'll just tap it on the ground a little bit and cast at the one in front of Kaylin. For 22 to hit.
That will definitely hit.
And then get 2d10. And then it'll take a little bit of extra damage because it came out of the staff. For a total of 14 points of damage.
Nice.
And that is her turn, and hopefully no more vampires come over the wall.
That will take us to a soul.
Yeah. Doing some research. The ruling on magic actions versus casting spells in the new edition.
What's your question?
I can use a magic action as an action and a bonus action spell as a magic action if one of them uses a spell slot and one of them does not.
I believe that is correct.
That sounds good. I will use my bonus action and say, Vora, I'm going to draw a lot of attention to you real quick, and I'm going to cast Holy Weapon on Vora as a bonus action.
Okay.
So
Does you have to pick a weapon?
I pick her fists.
Okay.
Nice.
So she starts glowing her fists.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to close my eyes and say a prayer. A soul has been here before. A soul does not fuck around anymore. I'm going to use Divine Intervention. And I'm going to cast the Hollow spell as part of this Divine Intervention.
Okay. You want to read that to me?
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
bigger
really big
circle.
circle. Man.
You touch a point and infuse an area around it with holy power. The area can have a radius of up to 60 feet, and the spell fails if the radius includes an area already affected under the Hollow spell. The affected area is subject to the following effects. First, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and undead cannot enter the area, nor can such creatures charm, frighten, or possess creatures within it. Any creatures charmed, frightened, or possessed by such creatures is no longer charmed, frightened, or possessed upon entering the area. You can exclude one or more of these types of creatures from this effect. I will choose to exclude fae, as I know we have a Harengon in the party.
Mm-hmm.
Second, you can bind an extra effect to the area. Choose an effect from the following list, or choose an effect offered by the DM. Some of these effects apply to creatures in the area. You can designate with whether the effect applies to all creatures that follow a specific deity or leader, or a creature of a specific sort, such as orcs or trolls. When a creature that would be affected enters the spell area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there, it can make a charisma saving throw. Success, the creature ignores the extra until it leaves the area. I'm choosing Daylight.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
So this 60-foot radius sphere starts glowing from the ground up of pure sunlight.
They all sparkle.
I have a
No,
question.
damn.
Skin of a killer, Bella.
Unless they have daylight
Yes.
rings. So
So, Divine
As a
Intervention says you cast it as part of the action, except it doesn't say it reduces the cast time, and Hallow's cast time is 24 hours.
It does reduce the cast time because it's as an action you cast the spell that isn't a time of a reaction. I have seen online that it does reduce the casting time because it specifically reads
As an action.
as an action you call upon your deity
Where's divine intervention?
under cleric.
Okay, let me look at that because this is worth looking up.
Yes.
Under cleric. Says choose any cleric spell of level 5 or lower that doesn't require a reaction to cast. As part of the same action, you cast that spell without expending a spell slot or needing material components. Yeah.
So he just made a permanent hallow.
Pretty good.
Yep. Yep.
I'd
Amazing.
say no.
Now, this is the only source of light that's not coming from like a candle or a torch that you guys have seen, or the lava that's running through the city that you have seen. This looks very strange here. It's very, and it's a beacon of light.
Oh, yeah.
Get off the roof, get off the roof.
Hopefully that's a little more of a distraction than Vora's glowing hands, and I will 5-foot step there, hopefully be between enough people.
All right. Yeah. Okay, it is now Quinn's turn.
Well, I have a much smaller circle.
It's perfectly average.
You say that to all the boys. All right. So I will use one of my precious remaining sorcery points to cast this spell carefully, which means I will exclude myself, Radish, Vora, and Gil from the effects of this fireball. So you are all sort of glowing somehow in the moonlight while also in this direct sunlight, and the glow of the moon sort of just directs the
And I have glowing fists
flames
too.
by you. Lots of glowing. Yeah, that you are also sparkly. And then I will cast fireball. Basically right at my feet.
All right, get those folks targeted.
8, 5, and 3. All right, there we go. I have those.
Looks
Well,
like
a lot of people are taking half damage, it looks like, but that's
two
fine. It's
successes and a
still
failure.
half damage.
But that is a
So
good roll.
30 points of damage split for a couple of them. So nothing.
That's not nothing.
And I'm pretty much stuck in place here, so I'm going to end my turn.
All right.
I was really hoping for more fire on number 3, but there we go.
Eldon, seeing this as going on and seeing that being smart as he is, he's going to target spawn. Oops. Vampire spawn number 2 and attempts to hit him with a guiding bolt. But he will miss with an 8.
Good.
And he will... he kind of likes where he's standing, actually. He'll stay right there. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to help.
Hey, you did great.
Hopping over the wall.
Oh, God damn it.
No, please. I
so-
don't want to be Jews.
Question.
Yes. He
It
was
says-
in it.
Yes, it says they get a charisma saving throw. On a success, the creature ignores the extra effect of the area.
Okay.
So my question with that is some of them are like silence or energy vulnerability, stuff like that, can he just be immune to the daylight from the spell? Because that feels weird. Of the daylight is there.
So it
The creature-
says he gets to make a save.
Yeah, it says make a charisma saving throw. On a success, the creature ignores the extra effect until it leaves the area.
Okay, so he's gonna try to make that save.
Yeah.
Can you trigger that or no?
I can't. Right. I can trigger a charisma saving throw. It's not going to be the right effect.
He fails, so he's affected.
Yes.
All right, so when a vampire takes 20 radiant damage if it starts its turn in sunlight.
Oh, there you go.
And it has disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. So I will give him 20 points of damage. He
The
can still
disadvantage is huge.
move, and I will hit the disadvantage button on the first claw attack. Does a 10 hit?
On me? No.
Yeah.
It don't.
Second claw attack.
Arr.
Disadvantage also misses.
You get ripped, nerd.
Calistrek.
Huh. Sorry, I've been working on the art. Let's see. There's a vampire right next to me.
There is.
I think I would like to punch it, since that's pretty much what I do. However, is there a place to push this vampire that would be even worse for it? Any of these gigantic circles?
Getting them away from me would be nice. I will say that.
All right.
Because I probably pissed them off. Yeah, I'd say if you can push him away and keep him away, that would be beneficial.
That's a natural 20.
That will
For crit.
definitely hit.
And with every punch, he's instantly grappled. So,
Okay.
here's the damage. Oh. 8 damage.
Okay.
He's grappled. I guess I'll punch him again. For a 23.
That will definitely hit.
That's 13 damage. And I'm going to saunter, because I can, over here. And that vampire comes with me. Unfortunately, I'm right next to Lorelei, but that's all right because I can grapple 2 people. I'm going to reach out and punch number 6, or I'm going to, with the first one, I'm holding him by its collar, and I'm going to lash out with a foot at number 6. And try to hook it in with another grapple. If I hit it, yes, I do. With a total of, what is that, 19. It's now grappled. And it takes 13 damage as well.
Damn.
So I've got 2 of them in my hands.
Did you put grappled on them or no?
I haven't, but I will.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's my turn. Hold, please. One more thing. Let me see if I can actually do this. Nope. Oh. Since I haven't used my bonus action, I'm going to use a key point. Oh, I did.
Yeah.
No, how did I use it?
You attacked twice on one guy, and then the third attack.
Those are all free.
You have
Those
3
are all
attacks?
part of my attack. Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
So with my bonus action, I'm going to use patient defense, yet another key point, and I will be dodging
Okay.
while holding these knuckleheads. And that's my turn.
All right. Another one hops over the wall.
Fuck.
Comes after Lorelei.
He passes his save, so he is not affected by sunlight? Question mark.
I
guess.
I guess that's the ruling of the spell. You know.
Yeah, that just seems really odd.
It does.
He's got sunglasses on.
He is not at disadvantage.
Yep.
He could be, for fun.
But I roll a 2. I can't roll for shit with these guys.
Darn.
Second attack, I roll a 5 for an 11. I miss you.
It's the moist skin. She's just really slippery.
She is slippery. Which brings us down to Vora.
All right, I'm grappled, correct?
You are currently grappled. I don't know why you're blind.
I don't either.
That's my effect. I'm sorry.
Am I blinded?
No.
Okay.
If I set off the weapon as a bonus action, everyone makes a save and can become blinded.
Okay.
Got it.
Okay, so because I'm grappled, I am just going to cast Shocking Grasp on...
I will say, your holy weapon does 2 extra d8 on each attack you do.
2 extra d8? Okay.
2 extra d8 of radiant, and it won't affect spells. Just wanted to remind you that that is active.
Okay. So anyway, I'm going.
Your fists are currently glowing.
Yes.
Is what he's saying.
Yeah. No, I know that. I just didn't know what they did.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to cast Shocking Grasp on my grappler. And so the 26.
I cannot put the grappled condition on these people at this moment.
Okay.
I don't have that coded.
Okay, so
I will hit.
Because of my level, I will do. It gets 2d8 on damage, but I get another 2d8.
It doesn't affect spells.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
That's what yeah.
Okay, so I get 2d8 damage because I am above level 5, so... Wait a minute. Let me try that again. Why did that do that? Sorry.
No, that's not your fault. That's my spell.
Oh, okay. So I'll take the 10. Haha.
Okay.
And the person that is grappling me, the dead person that is grappling me, cannot take opportunity attacks until the start of its next turn.
Okay. Anything else?
Nope.
And last but not least, Vampire Spawn 1 starts in the circle.
Yes, saving throw. He is affected. 20 points of radiant.
Okay.
I coded the radiant damage already.
Perfect. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action. He's going to come to there. Going after Gil. Disadvantage. First claw. So there's a 15 hit Gil.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
You take 10 points of slashing damage and you are grappled. Second attack. A 21.
Hits.
You take 9 points of slashing damage.
Youch.
And he attempts to bite you.
That hits.
However, no, it does not. That's a saving throw. You stave off the bite attack.
No biting.
We are at the top of the round for Kalen.
Kalen's gonna look at this vampire directly in front of him, says, "Sorry, sweet cheeks, I've got a date," and he's gonna Misty Step over here.
All right.
And I have sharpshooter, so I can throw in melee without penalty. I'm going to put 3 daggers into Vampire Spawn 7.
Okay.
My hero.
Number 1.
That will hit with a 24.
Number 2.
That will hit with a 30.
Nick.
That will hit with a 28.
It's still up, so I'll action surge and do 2 more.
Twenty-nine will hit.
And the dagger stays in the fucking Feywild. Slam! God damn it!
I'm so glad that's happened every combat.
So, as part of the last action, I'll go ahead and, since it doesn't come back, just reach behind me and pull out a regular dagger so I'm armed.
Right. Makes sense. It did not like that.
No? Shocking.
I thought he would have enjoyed it.
Hold on.
Pickles.
Okay. Vampire Spawn 4, did he...
He fails his save and takes the 20 points of radiant.
Okay.
Except that he didn't take the 20 points.
He didn't?
It looks like he
Wait,
did.
no, now he took 40 points. Oops. Sorry.
I got it.
Oh yeah, you want some
no,
sun?
he's dead.
Oh, no!
Oh, that's so bad.
Forgot his
So much
sunscreen again.
I hit the button too many times. It's going to jump on Lorelai's back and try to claw her.
Excuse me.
He failed his save, however, so he has disadvantage. Does a 13 hit.
Nope, she slips right out of it.
Second claw attack.
Moisturized, unbothered.
18.
That hits me.
You take 10 points of slashing, and you are grappled. And it attempts to bite you.
Don't bite me.
But you get out of the way and do not allow its teeth to sink in. Corin, Vampire Spawn number 3 on Quinn is up. He fails. Ooh, he takes nasty damage. That hurt.
Yeah. It's the same
Disadvantage.
damage every time.
Disadvantage on Quinn. Does a 12 hit?
It does not.
Second claw on Quinn. Swipes around with a 10 and misses you.
No, thank you.
Vampire Spawn number 8.
Oh yeah.
Becomes dust.
That disadvantage is great, by the way.
When I told you I still had gas in the tank, I still had gas in the tank.
This was a very smart play for this combat.
Yeah. On the first day, God created light.
Yes.
And he thought it was-
First day, God gave a soul gas.
All right.
Still
Gilligan,
has
your
been
turn.
here. He has done this. He does not want to run the risk again.
Okay. Gil is going to raise his hands in the air and everything around it starts to flow like molasses. How can I place a template for slow?
Just a 20-foot cube, right?
Yeah.
If you right click and it says pointers,
Pointer.
It doesn't stick around. You just have to target the people.
I
Yeah.
see. So just I'm trying to find. Oh, okay.
Because you get to pick who's affected.
I do. Yeah, but it has to be within that 20-foot cube. Is the thing.
Yeah, you're at maximum going to get 4.
That's what I was trying to math out. But also I kind of want to save my own ass. Is the thing. So Gil is going to take one
valid.
step backwards. And then go, my previous idea is not going to work, but I think this one will do just fine. And instead of slow, he takes that molasses that he formed in the air and just Kobe's it forward, and it lands a little bit away from everyone, and a vitriolic sphere just explodes, catching the 2 vampires.
all right.
If it can. And I will select them. But I think It's-
Actually, you were grappled.
grappled. Oh, right, I can't move. Oh, no.
So the vitriolic sphere goes off.
Oh, no!
Kobe, wait!
Oh, that is. I forgot I was grappled, so that is a predicament. Are these considered people or
Wow,
monsters?
that seems like a really philosophical question.
I know, right?
I believe they would be considered monstrosities.
I believe they'd be
Oh.
considered undead.
Undead.
Oh, yeah. I forget that that's like a type.
Yes.
Which one is grappling me? The really healthy one or the really weak one?
Let me look at you.
Which one does CrossFit in the morning?
You are grappled by vampire spawn number 1.
Which one's a vegetarian?
The very healthy one. I'm
one
going
looks-
to.
Cute.
I'm going to look at him and go away, and just slap him and cast banishment.
Oh.
Imagine getting banished with a bitch slap.
Yeah. Oh, he super saves it though.
He does save
with
with
a
an
plus
18.
1.
I
Let
just
me
think it'd be
check.
funny if you cast banishment and like he shows up 5 feet to the left.
Back on the home plane, motherfucker!
I've already used my chronal shift twice. Well, then I stand there really awkwardly and go, I really thought that was going to work.
All
You just
right.
like caress his shin.
Well, it's an old man slap against a vampire, so it's like I slap a brick wall. I break a finger. That's my turn. I thought that was going to work better, but I forgot I was grappled.
Vampire spawn number. Oh, what was that? Oh, you're doing damage to him.
Oh man.
What?
Well, I didn't see you down there with 2
The
on
worst
one.
Grappled.
It's okay.
The worst part of this is the fact that it's not concentration and it is permanent.
Oh, I know. He's going after Calistric because Calistric's the one that's got him grappled. Claw attack. Oh, that should be disadvantage, right?
Yes, but he
Correct.
missed anyway.
I missed anyway. Second attack with disadvantage does a 21 hit.
It does.
So you take 8 points of slashing, and you are grappled by him. And he attempts
I'll
to
get
bite
out.
you.
Grappled, the grappler.
And with a 4 on your con save, you take 4 points of piercing and 11 points of necrotic. 11. Those 11 reduces your maximum hit points. So please make a note somewhere of your maximum hit points
Okay.
and reduce your maximum by 11.
Done.
Right. Now, vampire spawn number 5 down here on Gil.
Hello.
First attack. Go ahead, Corin.
Sorry.
'Cause it may not matter if he fails this. He failed it.
Bye
and
bye.
he gets dusted from the sunlight.
Well, maybe I don't have to worry.
Lorelei.
I'll look all these 3 vampires in the eye and be like, "You see your dusty ass friends over there? There's gonna be you next."
My big brother's gonna beat you up.
Oh fuck!
One thing I will also say is Sol is not enjoying this. This also brings him discomfort.
Killing the vampires?
Standing in the sunlight.
Standing in sunlight.
Oh, you are a vampire.
Are you taking damage?
I do not take damage because I'm technically a half human, half vampire.
Right.
There's
Sounds
no
like
kill
cheating, but whatever.
effect.
10 points of damage.
There's human in you?
Okay, half locked.
Would you
I'm
like
really
some?
wondering where that is.
It's
Okay,
all
so-
trust, baby.
It's all the waist
Yeah.
down, if you know what I mean.
This Karsten. Okay, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to have Radish fire up the laser. And Radish will send off a giant force beam at spawn number 2. So 10 plus 5. Does a 15 hit them?
Checking.
Oh wait,
checking.
actually it's my intelligence modifier plus my proficiency, so 19.
Oh, that will definitely help.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know how to fix Radish's thing. So Radish dusts this little vampire person with their force beam. And Lorelai will look at the other 2 and say, "See, I told you." And she will. Ooh.
You got 3 on you, by the way.
Yeah,
gonna
well,
say-
she can't look behind her. She's busy with the 2 in front. Do I?
Been there.
I don't like this. I don't got anything for people who are up in me.
That's what she
Phrasing?
said.
No,
Yeah.
there's no phrasing.
Are we not doing trade anymore?
We're not doing phrasing anymore. I think we left that back in the last campaign.
It just says objects. I don't want just objects. I want the people to go too. Thunderwave doesn't push the people? This is bullshit.
No, it does.
It just says objects. Oh, never mind. I can't read. Okay.
For you?
It'll probably get Kalen and Calstrick. And...
No.
It's a 15-foot cube.
foot. I can pick.
Yep.
Right there. So I'll pick those 2 right there, and I'm gonna hit them with the Thunder Wave. So, oops, not from Radish. From me. And not you. And I will Thunder Wave, hopefully. Yes! Get shitted on. Okay, 2d8. Very low damage, but they both get pushed 15 feet away from me. Oh, wait,
Now
10 feet
it's-
away. 10 feet.
Is the ruling that breaks grapples?
I believe so.
Okay. So 6 is no longer grappled. 7 wasn't grappled. And okay, actually, the one that was grappling Calistrick disappeared. Got dusted, so I think all the grapple conditions are currently correct. Nice. Anything else, Lorelei?
Nope, there's nothing else I can do except move, and I don't want to take damage.
Right. So, Asol.
Soul is gonna brandish his holy symbol, and the sunlight will kind of channel throughout it and try to channel divinity, turn undead. So that will be
Okay.
saving throws from all of them.
There's
Or
a
the
mixed
ones-
bag of fails and saves.
Yes, only one saved, which is number 6. The rest failed. So they are not only turn, but the way the new destroy undead works is I roll damage dice against. It's not. So anyone who failed is going to take 4d8 radiant damage. So anyone who failed takes 16 points of radiant damage.
Well, that dusts that one. And I think everybody else is still up.
Lorelai keeps pointing at all the ones that are dusting. I told you so!
You see this? It's inevitable!
All right. That'll bring us to Quinn.
The juice isn't worth the
Well-
squeeze!
There's only one left down there, 3 over here. When all you've got is a hammer.
Might as well use it.
Yeah. So it's another blossoming of flames. That's my last one of those for a careful spell. And all right, so this gets you, and you. Yeah. Fireball. Hey, that's a lot of failures.
That is a lot of failures.
Like that. 26 more damage.
Damn. They do not look good.
Good. That's what I was hoping for.
This may
I
be
love
like
it when they.
the most AoE damage I've ever seen a party do.
Mm-hmm.
This has been very
And
efficient.
And I will just sort of distance myself a little bit from everybody just to kind of make sure that, nobody gets any ideas. And that's it.
All right. Eldon sees the one down there on Gil and attempts to guiding bolt him and misses with a 9. Sorry, guys. I'm really trying.
We appreciate it.
Vampire
You're doing
Spawn
great.
fixed.
Do we though?
Aim with your
Yes.
eyes open!
Definitely makes his save. Fine. Been there. On Lorelei.
It's really
First
rude.
attack with a claw. Misses with a 12.
Ooh, eat my butt, stupid vampire.
Other claw 9.
Ryan, he can't.
Double missed. Yeah, he can't. Calistrick, you're up.
Okay. Who's in the biggest trouble?
Well, right
Yeah.
now,
Really?
well, yeah, pretty much the vampires in the sunlight.
Okay. I'm going to move right here and aim at number 6. And I think I'm going to jump up in the air and kick to both sides. So my 2 attacks will be at one and then the other. So my first one is at 6.
Okay.
Jump in the air. Hit him with
Definitely
a 17. You'll take, can't see it,
11.
11 points of damage. And I'll At the same time, my right foot goes out to try to kick this dude. That's a 27 to
you
hit.
didn't have him targeted, so go ahead
Oh,
and target him for damage.
Oh, come on. Hello.
You got it? Nope, you had it. Now you have it.
It's not showing up. Okay. So he will take also 11 points of damage and crumple.
He definitely will crumble.
And with my third strike, I will hit the ground and try to grab number 6's head again and smash it on the ground. Let's see if I can hit. And I can't.
Oh,
All right.
Automatic miss.
Is that everything?
That's my turn. You know what? I think I'm going to take my bonus action to dodge again.
Okay. Is that your last key or focus point?
That is my very
All right.
last one.
All right. Vora.
I think trying to decide between a couple of things. Am I too close to cast Firebolt at number 1?
It's a ranged spell, so it would be with disadvantage because he's right there.
Yeah, so no. I'm gonna reach over and I'm going to do Shocking Grasp again
Okay.
on him. 23.
That will definitely hit.
Okay. I have to add because of the level. It did it again because of what he's got on me, so.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
So what? -8?
-8, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Anything else?
Nope.
All right. He is frightened from the turn undead. And he
Also in
failed.
sunlight.
So the frightened does what?
Turn undead reads. Each undead within 30 feet. Wisdom saving throw. If the creature fails, it is frightened and incapacitated. For that duration, it tries to move as far from you as possible as it can on its turn. This effect ends early if the creature takes any damage.
Corin, your mic is clipping out. I don't know if you're too far away from it.
Oh. Is this better? Testing.
Yes.
Okay.
Better.
So until he takes damage, he is frightened, but I guess at the start of his turn, damage.
It's still clipping in and out. Anyway. Pause while Corin checks his microphone connection.
Anything better? Testing.
We'll see.
Okay. So he is frightened and incapacitated until he takes damage, but he takes the damage from the sunlight.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh. So he's no longer frightened.
He's no longer turned, yeah.
Okay, so take that off him.
Yep.
Because he is still alive and he still wants to eat a wizard. But he
Same.
took the damage, so disadvantage. Does a 14 hit Gil? It looks like it does. Miller, does a 14 hit?
Yeah. No.
No?
Sorry.
Oh,
I thought it did. I thought I was very weak and small. I'm not. Wait. Meets it, beats it, right?
yes.
Then yes, it does hit. I got
Okay, you
confused.
take 8 points of slashing, and you are grappled by him.
Ow.
Second claw is still at
Shield.
disadvantage.
I could shield, but I don't think he's going to be that bad.
A 15 to hit with the second claw.
That's fine.
I was going to suck on you.
10 more. And
Sorry.
And then his con save, you succeed. So he does
No
not.
vampire bites over here.
Top of the round, Kalen.
Well then. The dagger shows back up in his hand, and he immediately tosses it to the side to hit Vampire Spawn 4.
Gotcha.
And
Definitely hits with a 26.
go ahead and delete him.
That definitely does delete him.
And then Vampire Spawn 6 in front of me. $22 to hit.
That'll hit.
First time hitting him, so he also gets Dreadful Strikes for 14.
Kills him.
And then I'm gonna roll over Lorelei's back, and as I'm going over, throw the Nick Dagger at Vampire Spawn 1.
Right.
17.
That will hit.
Dreadful Strike. 14 points.
All right. He is still standing.
I tried.
Oh, it's okay. I have a plan.
Gil, you are grappled by the last vampire spawn. It is your turn.
I look at him and I wind up my hand again and I go, "It didn't work last time, but this time." And I raise up my other hand with my wand and just blast him in the chest with a 4th level magic missile.
He cast shield.
Shocking grasp. He has no reaction.
Aha! I missed. No. So for magic missile, it's 4th level, which is 1 per extra level, starting with 3. So that's 6 darts in total.
Sounds like it.
Okay, let's get that rolling, shall we? Magic missile. It only gave me 1, so do I just add 5 more, or?
Yeah, you want to hit the button 5 times, specifically because it
6
does
times.
the 1d4, or 6 times, because it does
gotcha.
1d4 plus 1 every time.
Okay.
So it's easiest to just click it that many times.
Get blasted!
Or that, yeah.
Well, that would have been 5 more.
Yeah.
On top
Plus
of that.
5 damage, yeah. But it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It does not
that's
matter. You dust that vampire spawn, and we are out of initiative.
Immediately, a soul is going to attempt to dispel his own hollow.
You should
Is it
just
your
leave it here.
is it your hollow?
Yeah.
It's
I
your
like it.
god's
It's
hollow.
it's the Lady of
Yeah.
Pain's hollow.
Yes. But I don't have another 5th level slot, so I cannot automatically do it, so I will have to roll and use my last 3rd level spell slot. But a 15 is what I needed.
So you would be able to dispel it?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. The sun
Just-
goes away.
Because, as you pointed out, that is a big old beacon
It is a big old beacon.
that we do not need the attention of right now.
Right. So, what would you like to do now?
Do we believe this is truly the place that we leave through? I don't think so. But let's check it anyway.
Are any of the vampire bodies still there?
No, they all dusted.
Okay.
We should get inside. We can assess it in there and see if we need to rest.
Is everybody okay? Anybody bitten?
I was
Surprisingly,
bitten.
no.
It is quite interesting that my energy seems to be sapped.
Same, right here. Feeling a little
Lorelai
tired.
holds up her arm. And she's just got a tiny scrape on it. I'm bleeding.
I didn't get bit, but I did get stabbed in the chest 7 times.
Oh my gosh.
Raise your hand if you
Okay.
were bitten.
Wasn't I bitten? I was bitten. Yeah.
Okay.
Look at my
Hey, Soul, can you go from what you are to 3/4 of
didn't-
a vampire?
I didn't get bitten by any of them. They didn't touch me.
It was a long time ago.
Then what were you bitten by?
Another vampire.
Another vampire. Years and years ago.
Allow me to amend my statement. Was anyone bitten recently by vampire spawn here?
Oh, I'm glad you clarified by vampire spawn.
Does anybody know if that would cause people to turn into vampire spawn?
As long as they did not have their blood drained, they should be okay.
Run
They
up
may-
to Kalen and stand there and say, "Check my teeth."
I'm gonna drive a stake through his heart.
You're gonna try.
Roll to attack.
They
I cast a minor illusion, so like before your eyes, his fangs
They
sort of
just
grow.
start to grow down.
Yeah.
they may be a little weaker for the time being. We really need to get inside before we attract any more attention of.
Yeah,
We go.
regardless of whether or not there is a portal in there, we should get out of the place where we just lit the sun.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm gonna scoop up Radish and
I agree.
head inside.
And Soul is not even going to assess the door, he's just going to open it.
All right. Give me a strength check.
Kalen's staying in the courtyard until everyone's through.
Check would be a 19 flat.
You push open this stone door that has not been opened in a very long time. You see that it has a circular staircase down.
Immediately going to use Eyes of the Grove. Any undead with 50 feet.
Okay.
That would have
Is
been useful when we joined here.
Is that an instantaneous or is it ongoing?
It is instantaneous.
None that you can see.
Perfect. Making sure there's no invisible ghosts, invisible vampires. I can do that one more time.
Okay.
I guess we should be rather smart. Gil, I'm going to give you a 2nd level Cure
Just
Wounds.
for now.
I appreciate that.
Wow,
Oh.
you'll heal 26.
How fortuitous.
Vora, you will also get a 2nd level.
Thank you.
I'm gonna stop preparing cure wounds. I never use it.
I mean, radish temps are
Yeah.
huge. So,
And I don't need cure wounds for Radish.
Calistrix, you're only going to get a 1st level. I'm sorry. But it will
Oh,
still be
huge
16
though.
points.
That's a big.
I thank you, my friend. I believe I need a longer chance to recover my energies. I have depleted everything.
Well, we might have to wait. Maybe when
I
we
don't
get
think
home.
this is a safe place to do that, but as soon as we find somewhere we can, yes.
Know that you're not alone, though. It seems many of us are running low on resources.
Yes, indeed.
I'm good.
You don't count.
so is
I
everyone
do.
going?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Is
Uh,
everyone going in and going down?
I will
I'm
follow.
waiting for everyone so that I could be last because I have 150 feet of dark vision, so I can see the farthest.
a soul will start heading down.
Okay. I'm just
And once
going-
everyone's inside, I will close the door behind us.
Okay.
Uh,
1 second.
For bookkeeping reasons, I'm going to cast Tongues on my... Because I get that once per day.
For
And
player reasons, I'm gonna cast tongues on somebody else.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nearly killed Amanda.
Mid yawn.
Yeah.
All right. So you make your way down these stairs. It opens up into a large hall. Upright slabs are set into the this large burial chamber. Each slab is carved with the faded likeness of a different robed human above what appears to be some indecipherable writing. One of these slabs is blank with a piece of paper stuck to it.
I will go pick up the piece of paper.
So you go over to the slab with the piece of paper, and emanating out through the wall is a female ghost, young-ish, probably maybe late teens, early 20s. She is obviously of elven descent, and she says, we must keep the place clean. Please don't track any mud in here. Is there mud on your boots? I hope there's not mud on your boots.
Mud or
Only
blood?
ash.
I will prestidigitate every one of us and clean us all up.
Oh, I can help with that. And she starts prestidigitating and she cleans everybody up.
I apologize. We are here trying to get home, actually.
Home.
We were told there was a portal in here. Do you know anything about it?
Oh, I've never seen a portal in here. No, I'm sorry. I was just hired to clean this place, and the family was really, really good to me, and they paid me a lot of money up front, and then I died, but I felt like they had paid me so much that I should probably still continue to keep the place clean, so I just do that now. And you see this place has no dust, like you would expect it to be based on upstairs and how hard it was to get in the door. You would expect this place to be dusty and everything else. It's completely clean.
That is a very honorable thing you are doing.
Well, I mean, the family was good to me, like I said, and
My
it just
dear,
made sense.
what? My name is Calistric. Would it be possible if I lay down and sleep right here for a little while? I'm very tired.
I mean, knock yourself out.
I go crawl up in the corner.
It doesn't bother me.
What is this piece of paper? Have you seen this?
You would see that the piece of paper says Numi's room. It's in a, and she says, "Oh, that's mine. I figured that these writings were different people of the family, and I didn't have one, so I just kind of there was nobody buried here, so I kind of assumed this little alcove." My name's Numi.
My name is Asol. It is nice to meet you.
Oh, it's nice to meet you.
Do any of the other family members live here, or is it just you?
Well, I think they're kind of restless. They're down there, and she kind of points through. I don't really go there. It doesn't really feel good in there. I feel, oddly enough, I mean, I know I'm mostly alone down here, but I feel even more lonely when I get close to their bodies down there. It's really odd.
Religion or Arcana check? Does
Whichever
that
you prefer.
sound? Does that sound like anything I've heard in the sense of when a ghost is born or soul leaves their body, turning into?
You're cutting in and out, Corin. It's real bad.
Oh, okay.
when you're talking, the last 2 words of your sentence are cut. I don't know if you have a gate on your microphone that's clipping in or something, because it seems to be in your cadence when you pause.
There is one quick fix that might be possible.
I just changed my sensitivity.
Okay.
Okay,
Hopefully that will be better, but you may hear my chair squeak.
that's okay.
It's only an 8 for the Arcana check. Just trying to see if I knew anything about, like, when a spirit leaves the body, it leaving its body in any way. But
No, there's nothing that really comes to mind in the world, in the realm of the arcane, that makes sense to you.
heard that.
How did the family get down here? Do you know how their bodies got put there?
Well, I think they all died in some sort of tragedy of some kind. I don't know.
You came later?
No, they hired me to keep this place clean when they were alive, and their ancestors, but the last of the family that hired me are buried back there. They were they didn't really talk much. They were kind of loners.
Were you here when they got here?
Oh yeah.
So you've been here a while.
Oh yeah.
Do the ancestors talk to you, just not the newcomers?
No, they're long gone. I don't think their spirits reside here anymore.
I see. Has it always felt bad down there?
Not till they came. Like I said, it makes me feel really lonely.
It was only after
Sad.
they came.
Yeah.
Did anything happen when they were buried? Did you hear chanting or robed figures? Usual, weirdo stuff.
I didn't witness anything like that. No. I do know that the far room has got some weird, strange mechanism on the door that doesn't quite make sense to me, but I also didn't try because it felt so lonely in there.
Which door is that?
The far one straight ahead.
Okay, you guys keep talking, and I'll start whistling and head over there.
I say from the
Lorelai
corner.
will follow him.
I say from the corner. Hey, Sol, is there any creature that can sap your willpower and make you very lonely and depressed? You probably would know about this.
Is it this door or this door over here?
That door that you have your pointer at is the one that she's referring to. You are in a doorway.
Okay.
As you cross that threshold, you feel a absolute sense of desperate loneliness. Like, your mind, your friends are right there, but you feel like you've been alone for a very long time.
Could you reshare the map, please?
I'm just moving up because I did say I would follow him as soon as he started moving.
Gil is kind of close behind, but he's not attentively following.
Laura, I don't like it here. So.
What do you mean? And I'll just walk down towards where he's
Everyone's
at.
so far away.
And you feel the same thing as you step in to cross that threshold. Like, you can see Kaylin and he can see you, but you both feel this sense of being alone, of loneliness. Like,
So Kaylin's gonna
overwhelming feeling
slowly
of
reach out his hand to hold Lorelai's, and just start stepping forward towards the door, frowning.
She'll just follow along with him, but like kind of like slumpy.
Do you take his hand?
Oh, I'll try.
So you guys hold each other's hands and derive no comfort.
Oh.
Like you're physically doing it.
Moist.
You're physically doing it.
Your hand's wet, that is all.
Gil will look back at the others and sort of see that those two are going off. Gets a little worried about the split and is going to follow a bit closer.
You guys can continue with the conversation. I just intend to go up to the door, investigate, and slide a hand to disable whatever mechanism's on it.
So you don't know what the tragedy was that led the newcomers, I guess, to be here?
I don't. No, unfortunately, they all died at the same time and were interred at the same time. No one told me what happened to them. And then time passed.
And you said
I died, and then, well, like I said, they paid me a lot of money, so I just thought it would be right to continue serving them.
Well, that's, I mean, really very noble of you. How long ago did they all come here?
Oh, I don't rightly know. It's been, I don't know, a really long time.
Has it
I've
been-
lost track.
And nobody else has come here.
No.
Has the bad feeling gotten worse?
I don't think so.
It's always been bad.
Yeah, well, yeah.
While they're talking, Vora's gonna start walking around and looking in each of the alcoves.
Okay.
And
Um,
you've never seen a portal. Where haven't you been in this tomb?
Oh, I've
Is it
never been in that
Just
room.
behind. Okay, so you stay in here.
Yeah. I don't even like to cross
Okay.
there, and she points at the threshold that Gil is standing at. She says that's where the icky feeling is. When you get up to the doorway, Kaelin and Lorelei, you see that it says the door of this wall is a stone wall bearing the inscription Dolendar and no world to return. Each letter of each word is set into the wall on a separate tile.
Weird.
Hmm.
Can you repeat the words?
The top word says Dolendar, and then in a sentence it says no world to return.
Do they
And-
look like any of them are buttons, or are they just on separate tile?
You can give me an investigation check if you would like.
Oh.
I will assist the investigation.
You cannot, because you feel alone.
Oh, I don't want to
Oh.
help her because she doesn't exist. So
Right.
I will get it. I will get an 18 investigation on my own.
Right. So you want to do that, but you can't bring yourself to help her
I'm
because
so
you're alone.
sad that I can't even see.
You can't really tell if they are buttons by a cursory investigation. Kaelin, you think that they might be individual buttons? Each letter?
Okay. Can I investigate and see if it's trapped? some
Also,
way.
because you guys do have light sources, because I can tell by your tokens, when you walked, did you look to either side to the two hallways that were open?
No, it's so
Nope.
lonely here.
No,
I
you didn't.
had
Okay.
my focus straight ahead.
All right. Fair enough.
There's no comfort out over there. Are the buttons trapped?
You would have to.
You sure you care about that?
Give me a separate investigation check.
Sure. Let me check and see if I need to do this before or after. Tactical mind. Okay. So my intent is to use tactical mind to add a D10 with my second wind. So if it still fails after using the second wind, my use of second wind is not expended. So that's an 18. I don't know whether or not that fails, but my aim was a 20, so I'm gonna go ahead and add a D10 to that.
Okay.
28 investigation.
Jesus.
You do believe that there is some sort of mechanism built into this doorway that might make it A, be a locking mechanism, or B, be a trapping mechanism. You're not sure. Could be both. Or is likely both, I should say, with that check, with a 28. It's likely that both those things exist.
I'm gonna look over at Lorelei and say, I don't know what this is going to do, but while you still can, please rejoin the others. And I'm gonna start pulling out thieves' tools in an attempt to disarm the trap once she's, I would say, at least 10 feet away.
Okay.
She sits down right there.
Okay. Do you
I
wait?
will proceed because I'm all alone now.
Yeah.
He
I
can't
have
even
thieves'
see her.
tools.
She's out
I
of his
can't see her.
eyesight.
I've lost object permanence.
Right.
I have thieves' tools, so I have advantage because I'm proficient. I have my
So this
my
would be a
silly
sleight of hand
gloves.
check.
Yep, sleight of hand. 27.
Yes, you do believe that you have the undo the mechanism and get this door out. When you do so, you realize that the mechanism was quite clever, and it wanted you to press specific letters in a specific order, spelling the word alone.
Oh.
Oh, that's interesting. That is not the word I would have picked first, but
One letter out of each word, not necessarily in order,
oh yeah, okay.
to get to alone.
Mhm.
But you disable the door. You hear a hiss and some stale air from behind the door. Continued the feeling of aloneness.
So I look back with like those sad, like really lonely eyes at Gil and say, "The door's open, but no one will come and join me." And I'll push it
Meanwhile,
open.
I'm having a very pleasant conversation with the ghost.
Yes.
But yeah, I'm just like I said, I've been just trying various angles with the ghost to try and get information about the Dolendars and other things. So finally, I just kind of get a little frustrated, and well, if you don't ask, you never find out. Can you tell me a secret?
You're a fiend.
Secret fiend.
She says, I don't really know any good secrets.
You
Can
know
lie,
anything about the Dolendars?
No.
Oh, that's too bad.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
That's okay. I mean, you have been in this room for a really long time.
Well, yeah.
Um,
Your friend's not gonna go in there, is he? She's kind of looking
probably.
past you. Oh,
Yeah, he probably will.
I hope he's okay.
I think I'm gonna have to go join him pretty soon. I'm not looking forward to it. Have you ever considered that? So you've been here for like more than 50 years, right?
Oh yeah.
I don't know how long contracts are usually for, and I'm not judging, and I don't really know how much they paid you. But I feel like 50 years is probably like sufficient to fulfill the terms of your contract. Have you ever thought about moving on?
Retirement?
I mean, I don't really know what I would do.
Rest? Relax?
Go to the light.
Do you have a god? Them?
No. I suppose I could stop cleaning the tomb, but it's nice and clean in here and kind of proud of it.
Hey, if I'm not trying to tell you how to live your
Unlike
death at all. Just saying that if this is purely a mercantile arrangement and you felt like you owe these people something, I'm just here to suggest that maybe you fulfilled the terms of your bargain. But if you like it here, you do a great. I mean, this place looks fantastic. You really should be proud of it. And please stay if that's your thing.
Okay.
I'm sure they would be very pleased to have, all the time.
I'll think about it. Lorelei, as you're looking at all the different alcoves, these are obviously resting places of different family members. There's names scrawled above, most of which have worn away with time. So it's pretty ancient. But you can see fragments of names and things like that over the doorways.
That's all. I don't see anything else.
Nothing else of note.
I think I'm about to inherit a house, or possibly if I live. If you just wanted some company, you could live there. And I'm pretty messy. Probably find a lot of work to do. I guess not trying to take it. I'm just thinking this. Feel bad that you just don't have anyone to talk to. You're just here by yourself in this lonely tomb.
Well, I have been lonely, and it's even worse in there. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe. Are you offering me a job?
Yeah, if you wanted.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I have no use for money, but it's nice to be wanted.
Seems like you also have a lot.
It's nice to be wanted. Okay. When do I start?
Well, I have to make it back to my material plane, but you could start now and just come with me, and then you could, or I don't know if you just show up places. It'd be probably a week. If I live, I have to live through this first. If not, I'll probably just be here haunting this place with you anyway. So either way, you get company.
She says, "Well, living is not a requirement for my employers, obviously."
Fair, that's fair.
But okay, well, I hope you live. I think.
Me too. Do you have remains or something that I could bring with me to summon you when I get to where I'm going? Or do you just show up?
Well, I can't remember.
I don't really know how ghosts work.
I can't remember where I died. I just came back to work.
That's kind of how I feel every single day.
Sorry. Too true.
I'm gonna lean over. Vora's gonna lean over to Isol and say, "Did Quinn just invite a girl back to our house?"
It's against roommate code. You gotta at least give us a heads up.
We're all getting our own houses. First of all,
I don't know. He did not promise us
each a house.
I don't think he did. Did he?
He actually
really?
did. Yeah, he said he would get you each a house in Neverwinter.
Okay, just
Right.
Better not be an HOA.
you hardly know her. I mean,
Library and an architect workshop in mind, and already, I'm. Anyway, I'm just saying, like, yes, I would, I tell her kind of where roughly it's going to be. Again, don't know
she
how,
says
don't know how the afterlife works. I can find someone that has like divination, or I could probably get you summoned.
I mean, if you survive, I can just go with you, I think.
Oh,
I was about to say,
that
you might be
also
overthinking
works.
this.
yeah.
I mean, if you could just leave, that makes things much easier.
I'm not tied here. I just
I feel like we've
feel
done a
like-
little bit of the
All right.
cart before the horse here thing.
Yeah, I mean, like I said,
It
mostly
is
it's
weird though, because
Oh.
it is another plane. I mean, I've lived here in the Shadowfell, and I suppose maybe going to the Prime material will be different. And I hope I like it.
You're asking her
You're
to
also
leave
not
her
tied there
home
if you-
world,
If you don't, you can leave.
sight unseen. It's just like Love
my
is Blind.
This is a 90-Day Fiance. She's in it for her mortal card.
Her mortal card.
Next thing you know, she's going to be asking you to do a resurrection.
I know, Quinn, you do you, but I'm just saying you might want to think about this a little bit.
So while this has been going on, Gil, you're standing at the precipice of this room. Are you entering? Or are
He's
you...
trying to understand what it is. Is it a curse? Is it an arcane field? Is it through runic-like inscription? He's looking around the sides, trying to look up at the ceiling. He sticks his head in, gets really sad for a moment, and goes, I miss my wife. And then he pulls his head out, and then he's
Right.
like, wait, I'm okay.
Right. That's
That's
exactly
the
what it
bitch.
is.
Got all these emotions going on.
My wife.
Yeah, he's just been studying the field, attempting to understand what it is, if it's discerned.
Give me a check of whatever variety you think might be
think-
appropriate.
Probably Arcana.
Okay.
Not great. 15.
This kind of smacks of a curse of some kind, you know?
Okay.
But the nature of that curse or the ability to unravel it is beyond your knowledge. But it has that kind of a feel.
hmm
I kind of look over her shoulder at Gil about to enter and the others who have made their way all the way to the other side of the tomb. I think probably we're gonna go attempt this thing now. If I'm not dead, I'll come back.
I'll call you.
Maybe.
There's at
I'll
no
call you
point
maybe.
has Quinn ever given thirsty vibes ever. I am the least thirsty character at this whole fucking table.
That is true.
Maybe you just haven't found your niche.
That is true.
Which is
Till
why this
now.
is so adorable.
Welcome to the real world.
I think
Gussie.
Lorelai, having sat on the
I
ground.
should share her picture with.
Oh, well. Okay,
She is
get it,
lovely.
Gwen.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not
Would
helping.
you smooch a ghost?
Oh no, that ghost is hot.
I'd invite her to my plane. Come on.
Literally felt bad that she's been here for like 100 years with no one to talk to. That sucks. As a Kender, that is like torture. That is like a torturous afterlife. That's the worst possible fate that could befall anyone anywhere.
Quinn's gonna
So-
go up on her.
So you're saying
100
she's
years?
desperate.
Holy shit! It's torture. It's torment.
So
Right.
Lorelai had sat on the floor, and now she just doesn't have the will to move anymore, so she just kind of lays down and like does the thing where she like just starfishes on her back, like it doesn't matter.
Well, it looks like a blast in there, so I'm gonna come over here with Gil and and peer in over the precipice with him.
Once some of my friends have decided that I'm worthy of their trust, I'll open the door.
I must say, Quinn, before you enter, I'm sure you have ascertained this already. But as a Kender, I feel the need to warn you. This place really bums me out magically. It's not drab or anything. It's just a cursed field of bad vibes.
I'm gonna go over to Cal. I'm gonna go over to Cal and say, I don't know what's going on over there, but people are disappearing into that room, and we probably should get up.
Okay. So I'm gonna kind of poke. I'm gonna take my little step down here. Is this like a fear effect?
It is not. You're not afraid.
Okay. Okay.
You are
so
you just have a sense of being alone.
just a sense of being alone.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, everyone else is trying. I will attempt to discern the cause of this weird effect that everyone else has done. 18, not so great.
Same kind of knowledge Gil had. It definitely smacks of a curse, but you can't necessarily unravel it specifically
From
or
here.
source or anything like that. It is pervasive in the whole area. Like, it doesn't get worse as you step through it. Like, literally hit you like a brick wall when you stepped across the threshold.
All right, so just
So
sucks
it's
the whole
probably
way.
tied to the location. So
I wish we had that hallowed ground now.
Womp, I didn't want to be turned into a vampire again.
But that's kind of what you get as you walk
All right.
into the room.
Quinn will get uncharacteristically somber the more steps he sort of takes into the room. By the end of it, he kind of gets over here and sort of plops down near Lorelei. Yeah, this place really does suck.
Don't sit. You'll never get up again.
That's probably fine.
Yeah.
Quinn and Gil, do you guys look to the hallways to either side?
I'll gaze.
Yeah, I'm very curious. I'm at least looking around in here.
As you look
despondently.
to the northern side, you do see that there is what appears to be a stone coffin that has been broken open. And to the southern side, you a few pedestals spaced about the room. You can't see all of them, or can't see into the entire room, but there looks to be items of importance placed on pedestals.
Well, I'm alone, so I might as well look.
Oh, I'm alone.
If his soul was around, he might care that there was an open crypt, but maybe not.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. Soul he's going to start making his way over there, but he's waiting for Calistrix.
I'm trying to sleep.
Cal, get up. Everybody's leaving. Come on.
This is the first safe place we've found, Vora. I'm so tired.
We are all very, very tired, but we can't just lay down and sleep. Let's go.
It is an interesting turn of events, no?
Yes.
This ghost. I heard was little brother trying to marry this thing?
There were many things that happened, but now almost everybody's in the room. We need to go.
Oh, well, I wonder if ghost clothing comes off, or is it part of it? I'll follow.
Something to ponder. Let's go.
Oh, I'm gonna be up all night now.
That's a really interesting question.
Yep.
So, Gil, as you get closer, you see a few pedestals there. One of them has neatly stacked piles of gold pieces. One has a golden ornate helmet. One has a necklace of some kind, and another has what appears to be a very ornate-looking drift globe from the four that you can see from where you're standing.
Hmm. Well, is it trapped? Is this hallway rigged to blow?
You looked. You can give me an investigation check.
At 21.
It appears clear.
I'll just peer into the room and take a gander on my lonesome trip. Trying not to enter the room too deeply.
As you come down, you do see two more pillars, and against the far wall, you see written in stone again is what good are treasures when home is denied. And you see there's two more pedestals. One looks like it has a very fancy looking book that is got what looks to be like big chains and locks on it. They kind of feel like the chains and the locks are more decorative than actually like binding the book closed. And then on the last pedestal is a very large-ish, like maybe large grapefruit-sized snow globe. But you can't really tell what's inside the snow globe.
Gil sees all of this, but just ends up tracing his fingers along the pedestal with the helmet on it, and thinks back to his mentor and his wife and his kids and his smithing knowledge, and thinks about how lonely he is and how much he wants to go home. It sort of keeps him from poking around further.
Okay.
We'll kind of mope over to the hall and sort of walk down to see what Gil's looking at.
You see
The
the
treasures.
same treasures I described.
Oh, that looks like a trap.
I miss my wife, Quinn.
I'll go ahead and push the door open.
I never met her.
All right, the door creaks open, and that's.
Ooh, rough, buddy. I can't wait to die by myself.
All
Alone in this
by
tomb is all we
myself.
I miss my wife, Quinn. Explosion in the background.
All right, we're going to take a quick break, refresh our drinks, take a bathroom break, and we'll be right back, folks. Hey everybody, we are Dicey Decisions. We're back. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. Heroes are down in a tomb that's causing them all to feel quite alone. And Kalen has pushed open the door that he disabled the trap on, and he sees into the room. On the far side of the room rests a stone coffin. Between the door and the coffin, the floor is studded with sharp metal blades. A person-shaped figure with elongated arms lurks near the coffin. I'll share a picture
Goodbye.
as this creature screams
Oh
out,
my god.
"Where are my children?" And you all hear that.
That's so
And let's roll some
sad.
initiative.
Oh dear.
Remember
we
when
have
I
to
said
fight
I
it
still
all
have
by
gas?
ourselves.
I
Yeah, used it
forgot.
all.
Wow.
Don't worry,
It's a
I still have
13.
gas.
I rolled it twice on accident. The first one was a
1
13.
to 5.
5.
Oh, please. Still rolling.
I am shocked that someone's going after me.
I don't think
That's
I'm
pretty good.
anywhere close enough to
24.
do anything about this.
I'm not first or second.
Oh my
Whoa,
god.
What happened?
that's crazy.
So you hear this menacing howl come across, echoing off these stone walls. Gil, it is your turn.
Well, solitude can wait, and I'll hop on my broom and start flying 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Can't see anything, though. So what Gil is going to do is hold his action to cast, let's see, Autoluke's Resilient Sphere on the first enemy that makes itself known and appears hostile. So if something comes charging at my friends, I'm gonna Pokeball it, basically.
Got it. All right then, Calistrick.
Well, I heard some lady's voice yelling, "Where are my children?" Right? Where are my kids?
Yes.
Something like that. But I can't see anything. Looking down into this room, can I see what they're looking at?
You can see what your character token allows you to see.
I don't think I see anything, but somebody's yelling, and my friends are reacting, so I will run forward. I can't tell what lines are which to count those numbers, but I can move 50.
So technically, you're not in a square currently. Let me put you in a square. Now you're in a square.
Okay. All right, that's 30. Okay, right there.
Okay.
And that's my movement. Let's see. I still can't see anything. I don't think. Have I crossed the threshold yet of
Oh
sadness?
yes. As soon as you cross that threshold into this room, the room you're in now, you immediately started to feel alone.
I was gonna dash, but it's just too. What's the point? I'm just gonna stop here and look around.
Okay.
So I guess my action will be to make an observation of what I can see.
Make me a perception check.
Okay. Will do. Perception. 19.
So you do see your friends where you see their tokens, but again, you still feel alone, even though you know they are right there.
Yeah, I'm in my own world.
You can see two of the pedestals in the room to the south. One has a helmet on it, the other has a stack of gold coins on it. And then your perception of 19 also, you hear shuffling coming from the room to the north as well.
Shuffling. And where did the scream come from the woman? Straight ahead of me?
Directly east of you.
Right. Okay. I'm just going to stop and wonder what's wrong with me. That's it. Turn over.
Kalen.
I am gonna step in.
Okay, as soon as you get there,
Mm-hmm.
the floor is considered difficult terrain.
One moment. I need to see what level of a ranger I am.
You might have something to combat that.
Yeah. Roving gives me climb and swim speed. I'm a level 8 ranger. Tireless is nope. Okay, nope. Okay. So I was gonna stop there anyway. And I'm gonna look over and say, I don't know where your kids are. I don't know where my friends are either. And I will ready to um I will ready a dash. If she approaches me, I'm going back out the room.
Okay.
Does she look corporeal?
100%.
Okay. Not ghostly.
Not at all.
Okay.
She begins moving towards you.
No, thank you.
Let's see.
I'm lonely, but I'm not that lonely.
Just ghost or closer part of her.
You notice as she moves and dashes across the room, she is getting sliced up by the floor and taking damage.
Does she appear hostile?
I'm gonna venture a guess. Yes.
Yes, she definitely appears hostile.
Resilient sphere. Go.
Moves and dashes to there. Yep, go ahead and do that.
Wow. Not my day, it would seem. She happened to roll in exactly what she needed to not get caught.
Nice.
That sucks.
All right, that was her turn. Then, coming out of the room above, is another one of these creatures. That is obviously headed towards its beckoned call, and it double moves to there. Right up into Lorelei's face, and it's Lorelei's turn.
Lorelei will sigh and stand up and put Radish down on the ground. Where have I left Radish? There he is. Please hold. I don't like carrying Radish around too.
It's fine.
Where have I left Radish? It doesn't matter.
Even my pot can't bring me joy. Let's see. Okay, so Radish is going to use flamethrower. Not me, Radish. There's no light for Radish. He can't see again.
Gotta put some headlamps on him.
Does anybody have a light source?
Not currently on me.
I have dark vision.
I have dark vision.
I also have dark vision. I don't know how to give Radish dark vision, unfortunately. Because Radish doesn't have eyes. So I just can't target anything is the problem.
Well, he doesn't, but how does Radish see?
It's a cannon? Radish isn't like a living, like a real living being. It's like a construct.
Like it has senses, maybe? Not.
I guess I don't know the answer to that question.
Right.
Because it doesn't say. It just says that he's a cannon.
Maybe
I do have a torch, by the way. Just it's not that that's much light, but I am holding a torch.
Can he see now?
Yes, he can see.
Great.
Sorry to make it difficult. I just don't know how Radish works with his eyeball vision.
It's weird because it had nothing for his vision.
Well, because he doesn't have eyes.
Right.
Maybe the little cat on him can see.
Yeah. Oh, bitch. Oh my god, it beats it for me too. But he takes half damage at least. So he'll take 10.5 points of damage from flamethrower, and then I, unfortunately, am right next to it. That's okay. Yeah. I'm gonna use poison spray. Is that how that works? Yeah, I will use poison spray on it. Oops, I didn't mean to close that door. I don't know that ghosts can be affected by poison, but I guess we'll find out.
It's not a ghost. It's not incorporeal. This is a fleshy creatures.
Ew. Hello? Why is this not working?
Do you not have them targeted?
I don't have anything targeted. I targeted from Radish. Okay, poison spray. There it goes.
Yep.
That is a failure.
Get failed. Okay.
No.
Okay. So he'll take 1d12 of damage. That doesn't go up, does it? Oh,
Yeah,
it does. He'll take another d12 of damage.
Okay. So total of 12 points.
And that's it.
All right. That was you and Radish. More shuffling and noise coming from the room to the north. 5.
Can I just say these creatures are unsettling? Never seen them before. They're not nice.
Double moves to the bottom of the stairs. Vora.
Okay. Bora is going to...
Feels very lonely in here.
Bora's used to loneliness. She spent years in the forest by herself. She
Fair
knows.
enough.
She knows nobody. She knows that she's alone, and she's okay.
Fair enough. Shout out to Corin and my daughter Miranda, who might actually still be watching. I am drinking out of the mug that has your handprints on it, along with your siblings.
That's so sweet.
I remember peeing in that cup.
Ew.
If you were a little quicker, you would have gotten a full-on spit take out of that.
Oh, remember, your fists are still glowing, Voron. So if you punch things, you'll deal an extra 2d8 every time.
Cool. I'm not getting close enough to punch anything. But I will remember that. I am going to get up here close to Cal. I'm going to target the Sorrow Sworn. And I'm going to cast Blight.
I could have sworn you were
Miranda
still
says,
monk.
that's adorable.
Oops.
No, they're a druid now.
Yep.
Yeah, I was wondering why you cast Holy Weapon on the druid, but I wasn't going to say anything.
Totally thought you were still a monk.
No, I've been a druid for the last 4 sessions, I think.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead
I guess
and...
maybe tonight you should wild shape.
What's that? What?
Wild shape and Holy Weapon your claws.
Yeah.
Well, first I'm going to cast Blight, which I just did. And
Yep.
It should not have 10 radiant.
Yep. Sorry. I'm just going to take that effect off and put it back on if it comes up.
Cool.
Would you attack?
I...
Number 2?
Yep.
I just need to take the 10 off.
Okay. 47.
Dang, that's a lot of damage. It howls in pain. Eldon goes 5, 10. Comes into the room, looks very sullen and lonely. He will attempt a guiding bolt at number 2. And miss. This guy cannot hit anything.
Useless.
I'm really trying. Quinn,
I don't believe you.
Okay, you're not my friend anyway.
You're right.
We're acquaintances at best.
At best.
Actually, I'm your savior.
I can't. All right, I hear. I guess my friend's in the other room. Should probably go help them. Even though
We're not your friends.
That's true.
No, they're your friends. It's just they're not they're there, but they're so far away. You're so alone.
They're so far away. Yeah, I mean, if they're not my friends, there's a book in here that I'm really interested in. Like, I'm really torn between helping these acquaintances, I guess, and no, I will come back up to the top of the stairs so I can at least see what's going on in here. All right, there are 3 ugly fellers. Yeah, I can see her. He seems the scariest. So I am going to upcast with a second level spell slot. Chromatic Orb on Veta. Oof. 15, that will miss. Womp. All right. I will stand there and feel sorry for myself.
All right. A soul.
Yeah, buddy. We're gonna move. Actually, getting a square 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Do these look undead?
No.
Okay.
Hmm.
What is objectively the best spell for me to cast in this moment?
Why is it
One that
Fireball?
makes them fall apart.
And why is it Fireball?
Yes.
I think I will. Actually, I guess I check the range of that spell. It's 30 feet. Nope. Awesome. I'm just going to use cast Spirit Guardians. That's what I'll do.
Okay.
It's an action. Let me actually read something. What does Holy Weapon do when you cast a spell? As a bonus action, you can dismiss this spell and cause the weapon to burst. Alright, that's the next turn thing. Okay. So I will not. I will just cast Toll the Dead on number 2.
Okay.
Ring my little bell.
He fails.
Ooh, I think I'm actually supposed to add my wisdom modifier to that, so go ahead and add 4 to that.
Okay.
From potent spellcasting.
Cool. And we are now to the top of the round. Gil.
Well, my first plan didn't work, and I'm out of that juice, and there are 3 of them now.
There are.
I am going to once again hold my action, this time to cast Slow when 2 or more of them are within 20 feet of each other, as to get both of them, or all of them, in the effect.
Gotcha. Calistrick.
So, as one who is very trained mentally, a bunch of things go through my head. Why do I feel so all alone with these people around me? It's as if only my actions matter. I'm looking at them almost through a clouded vision. I can't focus on these people. And then there are also things that are coming in. Why am I here? I should leave. I should leave, but I recognize that there's something happening in my brain. Something is attacking my mind. And I don't like that. And plus, I've never seen these horrible things before. I wonder if they break. So I'm going to step over here and see if Lonely Sorrow Sworn 2 is really something that's here, or is it just in my mind? It seems like it's here. I'm going to give it a gentle. Let me go for its long spindly arm. See if that thing snaps. So I'll hit it with a 23, doing 11 damage.
Actually, it resists part of that damage.
So it takes some of it.
Mhm.
And I'm going to... Can I still do this? Maybe not. Hold, please. Hand of Harm, is that a... Oh, it's a focus point. So I can't use it. Does it look like... My strikes are magical, too. It's just going to resist. Does it look like the arm is going to break if I keep punching it? Does it seem like this creature is going to take damage? Like, I'm all in my head right now. I'm just observing. If I keep hitting right there, can I break that big spike off of its arm? Does it seem like it'll go?
Doesn't seem like it would go in that way, and it's not like constructed. It's
Is
part
it like
of
an
it.
insect's pincher that can be ripped off, maybe?
I mean, you could try that, but
Okay.
you're not sure you could rend it from its body.
Let me try it. I'm going to grab a hold of that spike and try to shove it into the creature's body. But I miss.
Okay.
But I still have my bonus action, which is another unarmed strike. So I'm going to try it again. I'm just going to bend it in on itself and try to stab it into its own abdomen. So that's a hit with a 19.
Okay.
For 6 damage.
Seems to resist some of that as well.
Okay. And I'm going to just hold on to it. It's grappled right now. I've got its front arm in my hand, and I'm just observing as my turn ends.
Okay, I'll put the grapple condition on it.
Thank you.
We're going to have to code that for you, Jack, so that you can do that in the future.
Yeah, it should. I'm surprised it doesn't already, actually.
Okay. Anything else?
That's it.
Kalen.
All right. With sorrow in my eyes, I look at the original one, Kavetta, and says, I hope this helps you find your kids. And I'm going to cast Hunter's Mark.
Okay.
Stab.
And I'm going to attempt to send Kavetta to the afterlife.
Fair enough.
Drop Hunter's Mark on Kavetta. Maybe that needs to be on me. I'm not sure. Yes, it does. Okay. All right. Attack numero uno. I just rolled damage instead of attack. But I would have hit.
There you go.
Second attack.
That will also
24. And third attack with the nick. A 14 will miss.
That will miss.
And then I'm going to move 5, 10, 15. How tall is the ceiling?
15 feet.
I'm going 15 feet up the wall,
Okay.
like scurrying up into the corner.
She's going to come out.
Congratulations.
Good for them.
Happy Pride.
To there.
Happy Pride.
She will see that Calistric has one of her children in a grapple.
Oh.
He's just
And
hugging them.
And target him. She is within 30 feet of at least 2 creatures. So she gets advantage.
That's, yeah.
That doesn't seem fair.
It does feel like cheating.
That is a crit.
I would like to use my reaction to negate the critical damage.
So how do I roll that?
We have this every time, and I don't think we actually have a solution.
You untarget, roll the damage, and then drag it onto them.
Yeah.
That would have been a shitty crit. Wow.
So I drag this on to Calistric. Yep, there we go. 23 points of piercing damage as the arm kind of extends into your body. And you see that it has massive range. Like it could have gotten you from a very long distance away. But while it does that, it automatically grapples you. And then while this thing is inside your... Now I got to retarget you. While this blade is inside your skin, you feel this energy attack your psyche.
Not his psyche. He's so proud of it.
But your mind is your own, and you are not affected by... Oh, you take half damage. You take half... Oh, shit, it critted you.
Whoa!
So...
Take 16 off.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So, 41, 30...
Oh, you know what? I can use my reaction to deflect that attack. I wonder if I should. Yes, I'd... Wait.
Well, that's not an attack. That's a embrace. You could have done it off the original attack.
I think I will next time. I'm sure they're coming after me.
Now, get to see one of their other powers.
Eiffel
I
Tower.
don't wanna.
A trait they
Yay.
have is called Psychic Leech. At the start of their turn, each creature within 5 feet of it must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or take psychic damage. So that would be Calistric, Radish, and Lorelei.
Radish is immune to psychic, so don't even bother
I
with
won't
psychic.
bother. Thank you.
Don't even bother.
My pot
Their
doesn't have a
vibes are
brain.
so bad, it just sucks to be near them.
Yep, pretty
That's
much.
crazy.
That lonely.
Negative Riz.
Mm.
So, wisdom saves for the two of you.
Oh, yeah, boy.
Lorelei fails with a 4. Calistric succeeds. So, Lorelei, you take 10 points of psychic damage. And that just happens at the start of its turn.
Ooh.
Then it will clear you, because it's obviously going to go against the thing that's holding it. And attack Calistric. Why can't I target you?
Because
There
I'm
we
too
go.
quick.
And it attempts to harpoon through your torso. Does a 24 hit?
Mm-hmm. But I am going to deflect it.
Okay. So it would do 28 points of damage, but go ahead and roll your deflect, which I believe is
A D10
a
plus.
reduction of that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So there's my D10. So -5 plus Dex modifier and monk level. So +10 for my monk level and plus Dex 5. So -20.
Okay. So I'll give you back 20. But it still hits you and it grapples you as well.
Yeah, I'm not
And
looking good. Ouch.
it will
Built
use
on
its
multiple harpoon arms. Looks unpleasant.
Yeah.
but you make your save versus its mental assault on you.
Okay.
Lorelei.
That still gives him half damage though, right? I hate to
Oh, that's right.
be that guy.
Yeah, don't forget.
I hate to be that guy, but
6 points of psychic damage. Correct. No, we should play it right.
Absolutely.
Hate to be
Lorelei,
that
your
guy,
turn.
but fucking die.
I'm the student that reminds your teacher that she hasn't assigned homework this weekend.
Oh,
Ugh,
absolutely.
You
fucking worst.
hate both of you.
Ma'am, you said there'd be an assignment this weekend.
That's when you swirly the fuck out of that kid.
Oh, I got my ass kicked a lot
you
in high
said-
school.
Yeah, you said that there'd be a pop quiz at the start of last class.
We keep special assignments on our desk for the kids that say that.
Nice.
Ugh.
All right, Lorelei, your turn.
Okay. I don't like getting hit very much, so I'm gonna have Radish give me temps. I don't want Radish to give them temps. So, Radish will do that. Too many screws. Ooh, a better roll. That's a good roll. 10 temps to me and Cal.
Nice.
Me too?
Yeah,
Sweet.
yeah. Anybody within 10 feet of him. Of friendliness. To clarify. And then this is such a balls place to be.
It is.
Try 15 feet in the air. It's working really well for me.
I can't. I don't have levitate prepared today. I will. What is this? That's a cool roll. I'm going to use. Oh, that's a ranged attack. This is fucked. I'm gonna try something. Radish went. Radish can now move. So I'm gonna send Radish 5, 10, 15 to here. Would they take attacks of opportunity on Radish?
Yes.
Cool. Good. Go ahead and take those attacks of opportunity, and then my bitch ass is moving.
They have 4 reactions. Sorry.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucked. Oh, that hits.
I believe that hits. And they're grappled.
Oh my god. Okay.
And then
So he
They got
doesn't get to
spiked
move.
through Radish.
So he stays there, right?
no, he would
Can
get
she
to move
grapple multiple
5.
people at the same time with that harpoon arm?
Okay.
Would that break the grapple on Cal?
Both of their arms can do this.
Oh, good. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. Cool. Good.
I'm gonna go another 15 feet up, please.
And you haven't seen how far they go yet.
Exactly.
I hate that. All right.
Hold on, I got one more attack from number 2 on Radish. There it is. Harpoon. Also hits.
Ooh.
Radish is critical.
Radish has to system shock.
System shock.
Wow.
He's stunned.
Okay.
Really rang his bell.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Thanks, Radish. Thanks for tanking, bud. But really nice for me to get the fuck out of there. Okay. This really changes my actually, okay, hold on. I'm actually gonna go here instead of there. You said you're up the wall?
I climbed up in the corner.
I need to see something. So if I were to just make a line, if I stood here underneath Kaylin and made a line, say, in that particular right there, that would hit those 3? Cool.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna, I have not enjoyed this encounter. I'm going to use 3 charges of my lightning bolt wand.
Yeah, fair enough.
I have not enjoyed this.
As it goes off, you hear Kellen, ah!
My butthole makes lightning. Okay. What's this purple? Okay, so I need to target them? It's been so long since I've used lightning bolt.
Looks like 1 failure, 1 success, and another success.
Okay.
That was weird.
Yeah, it glitched or something.
Okay, and then the way that this works is increase for a d6 above each level. So this 1, 2. Okay. That's a lot to 5s. 39 points of damage, halved to 19 if they succeeded. And that's my turn.
Slam, slam, slam. Lightning bolt goes scorching across the room. That is Lorelei and Radish's turn. Number 1. Gonna join the fray.
You've
Don't
triggered
worry.
my trap card.
A-Soul's healing works better when you're unconscious.
Whoa. Be upon these strange corporeal beasts as they are to be slow. Hopefully, I pray. A lot of my spells haven't necessarily worked as of recently, but, I targeted myself. Oops. There we go.
Go for it.
Hopefully, this time it works.
Oh, I see something.
Well, I got 2 of them. That's better than none. Let me put that effect on.
No.
Slow.
Can you remind me what slow does?
It gives them a -2 to their AC, and they can only take 1 action per turn, as well as their movement speed is halved.
And no reactions.
No reactions, and something I believe that's new is if it casts a spell with somatic components, there's a 25% chance it's too slow and fails.
I
That's
love
neat.
that ad.
Mhm.
That's a cool ad.
That is neat. I like that. Yeah, that's good.
All right, so this is in the middle of his turn, so he still gets his turn, but now he is slowed. So his multi-attack is not both, it's just 1. right?
Yeah,
Yep.
I think so.
Well, it's worded weird, but it is worded under multi-attack. So I'm going to argue that he would get one or the other. He just got here, so he's not grappling anyone. So he's going to just try to harpoon Calistrick.
So let's say you're using.
But with an 11, that will miss.
Hit me.
Yeah, multi-attack still uses the attack action, and it's the spell says it can make only one attack if it takes the attack action.
There you go.
Yeah, it's just the wording of this particular multi-attack says
Or whatever.
the Sorrowsworn makes one harpoon arm attack and it uses Sorrowful Embrace. Because Sorrowful Embrace is not an attack.
Yeah.
Well,
It's a
you
hug.
see what I'm saying? It's that weirdness, right? But I was just going to give him one or the other. If he had him grappled, I would have just triggered the Sorrowful Embrace. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I would have done one or the other because I
Right.
think that's fair with a slow.
Or
But it's Vora's turn.
Okay. I've never done this one, so you're gonna have to walk me through it.
George.
But I want to cast Giant Insect.
I've never even heard that spell.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
cast Big Bug.
A big bug.
I want to cast that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So, range is 60 feet, and I wanted to
Yeah.
summon a giant centipede to the
No, thank you.
north of the two ugly faces.
Trying to move it over.
And let's see. Do you want me to read what it says?
I have.
Yes, please.
I just have
Okay.
to. You can read it. Yes, I just have I'm dropping the stat block into the combat tracker.
Okay. It says you summon a giant centipede, spider, or wasp. It manifests in an unoccupied space you can see within range and uses the giant insect stat block. The form you choose determines certain details in the stat block. The creature disappears when it drops a 0. It's an ally. In combat, the creature shares your initiative count, but it takes its turn immediately after yours. It obeys your verbal commands. If you don't issue any, it takes the dodge action and uses its movement to avoid danger. It has a multi-attack. It makes the number of attacks equal to half the spell's level. And this is 5th level, so it gets 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
And as a bonus action, because I cast it as a centipede, it gets Venomous Spew.
Spew.
So. Ooh, he's ugly. I love him.
So I
Ooh, that's
am
big.
trying to give you his stat block. Did that work?
Mm-hmm.
Great.
Yes, it did.
So does he get an action right now?
His action is immediately after mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where I
So-
put him in combat.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, well, he is going to target. No, it's still me. Hold on.
Now, what is his attack bonus supposed to be? Hold on.
His actions, he's multi-attack, makes a number of attacks equal to half the spell's level. And this is a 5th level, round down, so it's 2.
So usually for summons like that, like my dragon, the to hit is your spell to hit.
Yes.
So that's probably what it is for giant insect.
Yeah, here's the weird thing is the stat block says melee attack roll plus, and then it has a bracket of stat attack.
Yeah, that's spell.
SATT.
Spell.
But it's not. How does it doesn't know that it's referencing her?
Right.
Right.
It would have to be manually changed.
So I'm going to open this up and see if I can manually change it. What would your attack roll normally be with your spell attack?
I don't know. Hold on.
It should be your For that, it should be your wisdom plus your proficiency.
Wisdom modifier plus proficiency of 3.
Proficiency is 4 right now.
4.
Wisdom modifier is 4.
So 8.
Uh-huh.
And then it says 1d6 plus 3 plus S level.
Spell level?
The spell level.
5th level spell. No,
So
lies.
plus
4th level. My bad.
Plus 7. Okay, so in theory, I have fixed the stat block for this purpose.
Okay.
Hopefully, that will show up in its powers. But it looks like attack it from, you use the powers from the stat block, not in the combat tracker.
Okay.
Because it didn't change in the combat tracker.
Okay.
See if that works.
But I'm just going to have to roll a d20, right? Because for my
No,
attacks...
you should be able to. You should be able to click on the melee attack roll in the stat block and click it, and it should roll it.
Okay. I don't see it in here.
Under actions,
Uh-huh. Multi-attack, it's just text.
You should be able to click on the word multi-attack
the
or
word
something.
melee attack roll. Under poison jab,
Okay. Okay, I see it.
you should be able to click where it says melee attack roll.
Uh-huh. I'm clicking it.
Double click it.
Double click.
There you go.
What are we gonna be?
And I can't target
So,
anything.
You should have been able to target.
I tried
them.
to target it and it was making Vora target.
Did you click on the centipede and then try to target?
Which one did you want to target?
I got it. Number 1.
So now you should be able to also now hold your over the 1d6 plus 7 piercing plus 1d4 poison.
Okay.
You should be able to double click that, and it should do it to whoever you have targeted.
Okay.
Boom. Nice.
Okay. So he gets 2, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do it again. To the same guy.
Okay,
Same thing.
Same thing.
that will hit. Awesome.
And
It
I
does
have
seem to resist the physical nature of some of that, but the poison does seem to work.
I do have a bonus action as a centipede,
Yep.
which is
So
venomous
this one I
spew.
need to change the stat block also. Hold on.
Sorry.
It's okay. This is the first time we're using a spell.
Yeah.
To work out all the kinks.
Spell DC. What's your normal spell DC?
Oh, I don't know. Hold on.
I am correct. It should be at the top of your... No, it's not there.
It's not.
It should be 16, I
That's
think.
what I was going to say. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Do it now.
So you should be able to click on that where it says saving throw DC. He fails, so you can
Yep.
put that condition on him. Click on the condition. There
Got
you go.
it.
Poisoned.
Okay.
Awesome. New spell. I dig it.
Centipedes rock.
Giant bug.
Kind of terrifying.
Between the giant wasp and the dragon, we're going to have flying mounts.
Yeah, I do have a giant. I have a wasp I can summon if I want. That is all.
All right. Eldon is going to attempt another guiding bolt.
Zeldin, I'm begging you over here.
Start calling him
Why are
Sheldon.
you not going?
Wow.
He hits.
What?
Would you look at that? Oh my god.
Oh my god, it's a
Big hit.
fucking miracle.
He does a lot of damage.
He's got 4 turns of misses to make up for.
Yeah, he
He's
does.
gonna pack it all in.
Hey, I'm being helpful. Quinn, your turn. So he guiding bolted
okay.
Kavetta, which means the next attack roll on Kavetta is with advantage.
Yes. How many people are currently grappling Cal?
I think
Only
all
2
three of
or
them.
do all 3,
I
all
think
3
possibly.
of them have Cal?
I think so. Or no, 2
Well,
of them.
that is really terrible. Mostly terrible. So I'm going to think laterally because I have watched them suck the soul out of him every time that they have stabbed him. Slowed and that. So I'm going to walk up behind Cal. I am going to touch him on the back. I am going to dimension door us here, breaking all this, bringing him over here.
Oh, nice.
So, no. Please stop stabbing my friend.
All
Which
right.
is weird because I don't actually have any friends, but for a second there, I just had this sort of overwhelming feeling that maybe this person getting killed meant something to me at one point, possibly.
He is no longer grappled.
Cool. We're over here.
All right.
Damn.
And that's that.
Radish is about to get fucked up.
Assault.
Yeah.
5, 10. As a bonus action, I'm gonna give myself some backlighting and set off the holy weapon.
Okay.
So,
What does that do?
it as a bonus action on your turn, you can dismiss this spell and cause the weapon to emit a burst of radiance. Each creature of your choice that you can see within 30 feet of the weapon makes a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes 48 radiant and is blinded for 1 minute. On a success, they take half damage and are not blinded. At the end of each of its turns, a blinded creature can make a Constitution saving throw to end the effects on a success.
Okay.
So, saving throws. Fail, fail, fail. They all take 27 points of radiant damage.
Wow.
Are all blinded.
Wow, wow, wee wow.
And
Damn.
as an action, I will cast a 4th level Spirit Guardians.
Clerics, man.
Damn.
So now they will be at a quarter speed, as they will be difficult terrain and blinded.
That poor, lonely, sorrow-sworn number 1 is poisoned, slowed, and blinded.
And in difficult terrain. His ass is doing nothing.
And in difficult terrain.
Couldn't happen to a nicer ghoul.
But that is my turn.
I would hope so. All right, we are back to the top of the round for Gil.
Very important question. Does Spirit Guardians damage them at the end or beginning of their turn?
Beginning.
Beginning, gotcha. Okay, so I can't do that. Well...
Actually, I think it changed to end of turn and on cast, actually.
So it's at end of turn?
Oh, so if it's on cast, you do it now.
Yes.
I'll need you to check that for me, because that could really change what I'm about to do.
Yes, it is end of turn.
Okay,
if they
good.
If they end their turn in it, and at the start, so...
So yeah, I was going to say it triggers now, so do that first, because...
My god, I'm rolling high. 18. Oh, it should also be plus another d8, because I upcast it. So, 3 more to each of them.
Okay. to each of them. Oof,
And then if
that one's
they
really not
end their turn in the Spirit Guardians, they take damage.
got it. Okay, go ahead, Gil.
Gil sees that opportunity, notices one of the others is hurt, but knows his friend can sweep it up, and sees the more powerful of his assumption, probably isn't, of the three, and goes, "Let's keep you here, shall we?" And is going to use momentary stasis on the one directly in front of him. As an action, I can force it to make a Constitution saving throw, DC 17. However, I don't have this as a spell, so you're just going to have to roll it for me.
How do you not have it as a spell?
It's not a spell, it's a class
ability.
feature.
Oh. Gotcha. So you're asking me to roll you a what?
A Constitution saving throw, DC 17.
There, +3. I rolled a
Wow, man.
Damn.
Everything
Sorry,
keeps
dude.
rolling so high on my saves.
I know.
Utility? Why utility?
I keep trying to be utilitous, but it is failing me. In
That would
that
have been
case,
a really good choice, though, if it worked.
Fireball still does half damage on a successful save. That's all I'm saying.
listen, we have the fireball dispenser over there. All right, I don't need to be that guy. Instead, Gil's gonna go, fuck, and he's going to fly down and say, "I may stand alone, but I stand." And he's going to brandish his staff and try and keep this thing in place. Obviously, he can't really do that, but we'll see how it goes.
All right. Calistrick, you got teleported out of harm's way. What
Yeah,
would you like to do next?
I'm going to say, little brother, it would be nice if you were here. I could have used your help.
Nice. Nice.
If Fora were here, but I'm glad she isn't, because these things are dangerous. I think I have to put them down. And I'm going to just wade right back in.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
Oh, why can't I move? There it is. Yeah, sorry, little brother. that was nice for a moment.
Well, he got you out of 2 grapples, so
Yeah,
it still was
perfect.
worth it.
Yeah.
Everyone leaves anyway. It's fine.
Yep.
Right. That's right. You're
I
all
was
alone
never
again.
really there.
You're all alone again.
I'm gonna go up to that first one, number 2. I think that was the first one I grabbed, and I'm gonna punch it. Do I have advantage?
Because of their
They're blinded.
condition.
Poisoned,
Oh, perfect.
blinded.
So 17
They're
hits.
blinded. Yep.
That will hit.
Incontinent.
-2 AC, slowed.
Damn.
That's why I cast the 5th level spell on the druid, who only got a use for me ending it.
That hit? It does.
Second one will hit as well.
16 hit. Drop the 1 for another 10.
And that drops it.
And I wish for the second or third time that I had been able to take a nap. I bet they're all sleeping back in that room. Maybe they did listen to me. And I'm going to try to grab this thing's head and slam it into my knee for my final strike. Ooh.
You
That
didn't
hit?
have it targeted,
Oh, shoot, sorry.
but
But
a 12
would a 12
will miss.
It would miss. Okay.
It would be an advantage, so just throw another d20.
Okay. 13 hit.
That'll miss.
Okay.
All right. Kalen.
It's lonely up here at the top. Let's go ahead and see if we can finish off Kavetta. Throw number 1. 30 to hit.
She's blind. Yes, that hits.
Yep.
Okay. Second attack. 29 to hit.
That'll hit.
And Nick attack.
18
to hit.
That will definitely hit.
Damn. I tried.
So close.
You really did.
Don't worry.
close.
She'll drop.
It is this top of her turn. Nothing happens till the end of her turn, right?
Yep.
Well, Callister came right back in.
Hit the pot. Hit the pot.
She
Hit the
she
pot.
is blinded. I don't know
She
if
didn't
that
see
anything.
Party I went to.
changes what she knows of where people are and stuff
That's
like that.
very true.
She last hit the pot.
The only one who can do anything. I have to go in. All my friends are sleeping in the other room.
I mean, she did hear the old man threaten her from east of her.
It's exactly what I came here for. Bring it on.
I'm gonna go there.
They had one. Yeah, they had like.
But
I'm the only one
What?
fighting. I might as well take you on.
now she would
Right.
normally have advantage
But it was one on the spring and black.
because she's within a certain number of
one.
feet of multiple creatures. So I'm gonna click the advantage button, which should be a flat roll because disadvantage because of the blind.
Yep.
Oh,
Thank you, Fantasy Grounds, for doing that correctly. And
Not a-
11
yeah,
is
it
a
would've been, like,
miss.
really
I
good.
block it with my staff.
She is not. Oh, she doesn't. She only gets the other if she hits.
Oh,
So,
CBA.
however, her round did start, so her passive trait would have happened regardless.
Oh yes.
She doesn't have to see them.
Like we have.
So that's the wisdom save for the psychic damage.
Ow.
So that's only 6 points of psychic damage.
We're okay.
So now it is the end of her round. She doesn't know to get
Get out of the
where-
Spirit Guardians.
Right.
That's why I
So-
blinded them first.
Yep. So go ahead and do the Spirit Guardians.
Yes. Spirit Guardians. My bad. I thought I had it targeted. Pay no attention to that dice. I had just picked them up already.
It's been hard to base,
So saving throw.
but I mean,
She will succeed, so she will take half damage.
Which still kills her.
Yep.
What?
When she dies, the other one morphs down into a human persona and continues to decay into a rotted corpse, and we're out of initiative.
Ew.
Is it
The
still super lonely in here?
The centipede is going to
No.
immediately crawl on top of her and start eating her.
We didn't catch that last part.
Said the centipede is going to crawl on top of her and start eating her.
Ooh.
Ew.
Nature.
Nature.
And we are out of combat because they were finally alone.
Lorelai will look up.
Thumbs up.
Guess I'll move.
And you guys, the wave of loneliness passes, and you are amongst your friends normally and feeling like this experience has just washed over you, but you are no longer filled with loneliness.
I still miss my wife. That didn't change.
You should tell us about
That
her
was
sometime.
unrelated.
I'm gonna stay up 15 feet, and I'm gonna say, careful in the next room. There's spikes all over the floor, and I'm gonna crawl along the wall all the way to the tomb.
I
When you
will
do-
follow on the broom, just clarifying so
Gotcha.
Kaylin's not alone.
Yep. When you do see a glow coming from inside the coffin, and you do find the rift in the bottom of the coffin.
I'm gonna while everybody is not paying attention to me, I'm gonna make a beeline for that book.
Cool.
I was described a broken sarcophagus. That was up top, right?
Mm-hmm.
I would like to come up here and using mending and some other. If anyone else can help, just tidy this up.
I can help.
Yeah, not a problem.
Put these
You do
people
see that
properly
there
to rest.
are, each of these coffins have nameplates on them that are adorned in they're silver, like solid silver nameplates, and one says Nolan Dolendar, beloved brother, and Avisha Dolendar, beloved sister.
They should have been killed for naming their kid Nolan Dolendar.
That is quite a name.
Okay, I didn't write it.
Once a soul is done with that, he would also go and take a look at these relics.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so first let me get to Quinn, who raced into the room
Yes.
while everybody was moving away. The book is titled Out of the Endless Prison. And it says, you open it up and you realize that it is a book about escaping from the prison plane of Carcieri, which you guys have actually been to the gate town that connected to that prison plane. So that's the book of the things.
Is it fiction or nonfiction? Like it is a James
will-
Bond escape movie?
No, it's definitely nonfiction.
I will just be happily engrossed in the book when everybody else, anyone else catches up to me in here.
Quinn,
Yeah, what?
did you check the book in the pedestal for traps at all?
Let's say yes. Sure.
You really do need to be more careful. Specifically in crypt, like these are notorious.
We broke the curse. We did the whole thing. It's probably fine. Nobody's been in here for like 100 years.
So I
I'm
just
not dead.
dropped that book into the party sheet if you want to snag it from there.
Kalen lets out a whistle and
I
says,
do.
"Found the portal."
It certainly looks like it.
Quinn, did you see if any of these other items were magical?
Nope. I can't.
You do not have that power. Hey Gil,
Yeah. Yes?
can you come back into the trophy room?
My friend Galen, I will make sure they come to the portal swiftly. Give me one moment. And I will start flying on my broom. Hello, yes? How can I help?
Are any of these items magical?
Sorry, the door was closed. Could I take a peek, see if anything in here is magic? Let's see.
Do you have detect magic?
So that's the best part. I thought someone else was going to take it, so I didn't take that spell. And even if I did, I'm out of third levels, so...
No, detect magic is the first level.
Oh, wait, I'm thinking of Dispel Magic. Hold on. Let me check to see if I have that.
I do have dispel magic, if needed, but
For some reason, I didn't take detect magic, so I have identify. I could just
identify each
see.
one. Yeah.
Yeah. And I have a lot of first levels. I'm just gonna walk over to the helmet and tap it and cast identify.
It does not ping as magical.
This does not appear magical. Quinn, to sate your curiosity, give me a moment. I will walk over to the book. Bing.
Book is not magical.
I don't think any of these are magical.
Take it anyway.
You can take them if you want.
Don't worry.
So,
I think that we should leave the relics in the grave.
I am of the same mind. And I will.
The book's already gone.
The book I don't mind taking. But these other items, if they are of no use to us, there's no reason to take them.
Oh, also.
You said there was a big pile of gold, though, right?
There is a very big stack of gold coins, yes.
You're going to see me scraping some into my pocket.
Kaelin found the portal through the
Oh, we can leave. That's
east
great.
chamber.
How
So-
much gold are you taking?
All of it.
Vora, I have no money.
You do now.
Well, I do have 11 gold. How much do you think it's wise to take this gold with us?
I don't think anybody down here needs it.
I'm going to call out to the ghost girl. What's her name? Ninny? Something like that?
Her name is Numi.
Numi, would
Yes.
it be acceptable if I take this gold? It will help provide us with things for our house where you will be living.
I don't think they need it any longer.
Very well. Can you help me carry it?
No.
I can help you.
Oh.
Literally no.
Yeah, literally. No.
I will
Very
help
well.
you.
Yes. So Vora and I will just take it all.
Okay. It is 2,200 gold pieces.
Holy shit. Then I will happily divide it amongst everyone.
Okay. I will add that and distribute in a minute.
I will ask her if any of these are known relics or anything like that.
Not that I'm aware.
Lorelai doesn't know how to get across the room. She's just gonna suck it up and walk across all these little shards.
Okay.
She's just gonna tiptoe across like as best as she can. Like
If you go
"Whoa."
carefully and slowly, if you move at normal combat speed, you take damage. So you can take your time and get across without hurting yourself.
Yeah, she's just gonna go slow. You're like, oop, I'll just scoot right over here. Let me squeeze right past you.
Okay, so you just to clarify, the gold and the book are the only things that were taken.
I didn't hear what else was in there, but I'm already scoot booting back to Kaelin.
Yeah, can you? I see the amulet. Or can you describe it?
Do you go look at it?
Yeah.
So the necklace does bear an inscription that says, "My breath is yours, Kaveta, take it."
Romantic.
That was the lady we just murdered.
I was about to say.
And
Yeah.
her name is on her grave too.
And that's the one where the portal is in?
Her name, yes.
Okay.
What do you think this amulet would be? Her breath. Would it be in breathe underwater?
What if it means my dying breath is yours? What if it's poetic?
The gift from her husband.
And then there are the other two items. Just remind me what they were.
There's also a drift globe and a snow globe.
What is in the snow globe?
You go look at snow globe. It looks like a
is
miniature
the
replica
snow globe?
of the city of Neverwinter.
I will take the
Hey,
snow
dude.
globe.
That is in the party sheet.
I would like the drift globe because if I don't have to wear these goofy goggles anymore, that would be helpful. A couple of us can't see in the dark.
What's cool about the drift globe is it actually has a map of the gate towns of the Outlands carved into it.
Oh yeah, no, you're getting robbed in your sleep.
So that is in the party sheet.
Okay.
So there's still the necklace and the helmet.
Is anything special about the helmet?
It was non-magical. It is gold.
Just a gold helmet.
It's very ornate.
Could sell it.
Probably worth something. I mean, in for a penny, in for a pound, I guess, when it comes to grave robbing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Why not? A soul will grab the amulet and the helmet. Helmet he's not careful with, but the amulet he actually will kind of like wrap around his hand and pocket it in a safe place.
So you will eventually ID what it is. It is a necklace of adaptation.
Oh. I don't know what that does.
My
Lets
breath
you
is yours.
breathe without air. Yep.
I can already do that.
Breathe normally in any environment. You have advantage on saving throws made against harmful gases and vapors, such as cloud kill and stinging cloud effects, inhaled poisons, and the breath weapon of some dragons.
No.
Heard that.
Wow. Very cool.
So, those two items are also now in the party sheet, so that is now everything. Feel free to grab those, whoever is going to take them. I assume you're going to make your way through the portal.
Yes.
Not
I would like-
until I remember to grab that ghost girl. She's definitely coming.
Oh yeah,
And
she's
she's going to
following.
live in Quinn's house.
She's definitely following.
I would just like to take a few minutes to like study the portal because it's different than any portal I presume I have seen.
And again, it's not a portal. I'm misusing that term.
Yeah.
It is a rift between the Shadowfell and the material plane.
Yeah. I want to kind of like reach out, touch it, see how it feels different compared to portals, and see the similarities.
What kind of check would you like to make?
Arcana?
Okay.
22. Plus guidance, which I always forget about. 23.
Okay. So with a 23, you're pretty sure that this kind of a rift was willed into existence as opposed to summoned or constructed via magic. It was willed. It was decided on by someone that this would exist, and thus it does.
Yep.
Damn. That's power.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure we'll figure that out later. Are we all good to go? Anyone really want to spend any more time in the Shadowfell?
Nope.
Can we sleep when we get out of here?
Lorelai just jumps in the portal. She's ready to fucking go home.
Vora runs back
Right.
and says goodbye to the centipede.
Take him with us, Fora.
I don't think anybody else
Also-
likes him.
He's not gonna last
He only
long.
lasts an hour.
Yeah. So we'll also go into the portal.
In the portal.
Excellent.
Yep.
So you find yourself back in the Neverwinter graveyard, in the pauper section.
Oh.
The generic, amongst a bunch of generic
Am I
unlabeled
acceleration
graves.
down a little bit?
And
And
you pop through, and that's where you're standing. And again, on this side, there is not a opening to go back.
Ah, okay.
So this is a one-way rift. And you are standing in the graveyard.
I
I
would like. I
guess
mean,
we
just
take
for
Eldon back
later.
to-
I would like to make very careful note of where this one-way portal out of the Shadowfell
Mhm.
ends up. Right?
Yes,
Like,
easy to define, for sure. Eldon says, "Oh my goodness, thank you for getting me back home. Like I said, I don't typically spend much time going to these places as much as I do studying them. Speaking of which, that's an interesting book you have there. Would you be interested in selling it?
we can maybe make a trade.
Or maybe I could visit it from time to time.
Absolutely. And in return, I would love to hear what your next book is about.
Make a persuasion check."
$18.
He says, "Perhaps we should have coffee sometime."
Like that.
Excellent. Well, I don't have it on me, but I assure you I am quite wealthy, and I will make it worth your while for rescuing me. I appreciate your efforts and are amazed at your prowess and abilities in keeping me alive under such dire circumstances. So you have my many heartfelt thanks, and I will make good on this debt to you, I promise.
We'll never see this guy again.
No, that's not
Coffee
true.
with him.
Yes,
we could find him if we wanted
Like
to.
next week.
Oh, I don't care.
He's gonna pay us.
So eventually, you make your way back into the better part of town and leave the graveyard. Eventually, I would assume, check in with Lord Neverember, who sent you on this mission to find these four.
Absolutely.
And he has already been contacted by the three that you released, and he said, my friends, yes, thank you. What happened with the fourth? Did you find him?
Yeah, he
He has
was.
been freed.
We made a quick jaunt over to the Shadowfell, and he came with,
Oh.
and it was unintentional. And then we kept him safe until we found a way back, and we just got back. He went off.
There's
to
an
check
opening
home.
from the Shadowfell in your graveyard.
It's one way. You
Right.
can't go in, just out.
Okay. Oh, that's terrifying, actually. Great. I'll note that and make sure that the local authorities have access to that location to set a better patrol around that area. I would hate for denizens of the Shadowfell to pop through willy-nilly, so that is much appreciated. Now, I owe you all a big debt of gratitude. I promised you each a home here in town. That is a little bit self-serving because obviously adventurers of your stature, keeping you around is always good for people like me that need things being done. So, and he opens up a desk drawer and he pulls out individual deeds to houses around town. You take your pick, and there are several of them. So this will parlay into your bastions that you will create offline as we will wrap this up. They are spread throughout town. They can be on the same street as each other if you want. However you want them to be laid out in the city of Neverwinter. And he says, and I know from speaking with the three people that you saved, they are well connected and planning on sending over smiths and artisans to craft these houses to your liking. to give them upgrades, as it were, in thanks for your efforts. So that will also read as there will be no quote-unquote gold piece cost for the bastions that you want to set up. So they will be thanking you as well with setting up your houses the way you want. That will take some time, however, so I hope you understand, you'll be living amongst a construction site for a little while, but
I'm sure you could put us up in suites and inns all over town while construction happens.
I suppose I could make that happen, yes.
I mean, you wouldn't want us sleeping on the ground.
That is fair. That is very, very fair. And you could tell that he is giving you the political answer, and there's a part of him that's like saying, "You son of a bitch." But
do you have a master magical plumber? I've got some ideas.
I'm sure one could be acquired. I don't necessarily know those types of people myself, but I'm sure
you have people for that.
Right. I will have my major domo find that information out for you. And with this, you have completed this chapter, which means go ahead and level up.
Hell yeah.
To level 11.
Oh boy.
And this is where we will end tonight's episode. However, I'm going to let our audience know that we will be taking the next 2 weeks off. In that time, we are going to be doing a lot of stuff offline because in our story, the next time you see us playing, a year's time will have passed. So I'm asking my players to come up with what has happened in that year and also fleshing out their bastion and whatnot. So our next session will begin with discussions of that, and it'll give us something to do in these 2 weeks hiatus on our Discord server. So we'll be taking care of all that business outside of the game time and come back with some of the RP moments from that and special findings from that time off. They've all started percolating ideas because I gave them the heads up that this downtime was coming. So, thank you, everybody. We are Dicey Decisions. This is our Twist of Fate campaign. I'm having a lot of fun, and again, once again, needed this badly this week. So, love you all for being here and playing. And thanks, everybody, for watching, and have a good night.
Don't forget to eat your nuts. Bye.
Don't forget to eat my nuts. Bye.